Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 5th edition of the ZombieKast.
Oh, yeah.
I am your illustrious host, Brandon Carey. Joining me is my three friends.
James Hughes at your service.
Benjamin Figueroa.
I got my chair back.
Slip out of your split.
6-year-olds, what can you do?
He's got his chair. Oh, God. I'm so glad you guys couldn't see that dance.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hell, he did it again.
And we are here to bring you gaming news and our opinions of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Opinion of news.
Opinions.
So let's get to the stories.
Alright.
Our first story is that Apple recently paid $60 million to use the term iPad in China.
What? What?
That's just chump change for them. I
Yeah.
guess.
A Taiwanese company owned the rights to that name
iPad?
in China.
Haven't they just changed the fucking names like you?
But why would you blow
Or like
$60 million on names.
just to buy the
On a name, not even the product.
Why not just name it iPad?
Keep in mind, though, the i brand is like their thing. So, in order to maintain that continuity across all of the world, you probably spend a good solid
I mean, I
amount.
know they're losing money.
Just
but...
name it iPads. But that's a
I mean, I know.
What the thing is that they actually sell this dispute.
iPads.
Put a hyphen between it.
Yeah. iPad.
They actually sell this dispute in a Taiwan court earlier in 2009.
How did they settle in a Taiwan court? They
But
don't all speak
that
Taiwanese.
that court ruling is not admissible in China, so they had to do a whole different thing.
For $60 million. That's the point. It just gets.
Because China and Taiwan are still in that little struggle.
Yeah.
Taiwan's independence.
I didn't fucking know
not.
that. I'm not a...
Oh, you didn't know that?
Why would the fuck would I know
I don't
that?
look up a
That's like a thing that people know.
No, it's not. It's not a thing that people know.
No. I mean, I know, but still, it's not like every day.
A thing that people know is like that North and South Korea hate each other.
Pay attention to your
and
politics.
that everyone hates America.
I know, right?
Those are things that people know.
Keep track of politics, James. You
I
might
will
learn
not.
something.
I can't even read a book without getting bored. You think I'm going to follow politics?
Well, it's just small stories over a course of a
I
couple.
don't even watch movies that much anymore unless I'm going to a theater.
Theater.
God, my attention span is so short.
You
Okay.
still able to flip off.
I'm on myself.
Our next story involves THQ.
Ooh.
In order to keep their stock prices up to avoid getting cut out of NASDAQ,
Yeah, it's
So
a
stop.
stock thing.
they decided to get all their stock back and then merge it into like they take 10 shares of stock and then merge it into one big stock share so that they can keep their prices high enough to stay in NASDAQ.
Because they want to make more money.
Because if they didn't, they would lose all that, and that would be a pretty big blow to their company.
Where the
They
hell do
wanna
you
make
find
more
that kind of
S-
news? I'm not saying it's not good news. I'm just saying you
Yeah,
don't look on
dig-
you don't look on like game websites for that
I
kind
will
of news.
name my sources after the news stories are over.
Oh,
Alright.
In order to keep my journalistic integrity, because I have that thing now.
okay. He's now got integrity.
That's a no.
Wearing short shorts and a t-shirt. Integrity.
No,
I
wear
don't know that.
short.
They
I'll
do
give me a
that.
suit for all I know.
Well, now
You're
they
all
can.
in suits.
Now the image is
No,
bright.
we're all in suits in a business room with our millions of dollars. You don't stay with the times,
It
James.
doesn't
sorry.
matter now that
my
image
eyes are now open.
is burned into their brains forever.
And Dylan still got diapers.
Dylan's got his diapers on the outside of his underoos.
I'm done.
Yeah, the jacket he's made to a cape.
Only one. No.
Anyway.
Trying to simulate pulling open his shirt like Superman without stretching his collar.
Let's move
Is it worth it? I like the shirt a lot.
Let's move on. Nintendo
Oh.
has announced that for the new Smash Brothers, they will not be adding any new characters.
I heard that. And
I'm not.
No, speak.
All eyes on me. Alright, they had a shitload of characters, but I wouldn't mind not adding new characters, but there's a lot of clone characters they got in there. Like there is regular Link and Toon Link. If they're to give Toon Link his whole new set of shit, that's a whole new character. Or if they gave I really like Ganondorf. You can ask Dylan. I use Ganondorf a lot. But he's a glorified Captain America. Captain America. Captain Falcon clone. They give him all his new shit. He'd be a new character. Luigi, he's pretty different. Nah, they can keep him the same.
Yeah, he's always played just like Mario
Lucas,
games.
But
I will point out they had a follow-up statement saying that they wanted to do this to avoid to fix game balance issues instead.
No, it makes sense. They got plenty of characters. When you have a lot of characters, it's hard to balance shit. Like in Brawl, no one's got to tell you that Meta Knight and Pit were completely fucking
Yeah. Well, and
that's what I keep hearing. I haven't actually played Brawl, but that's what I keep
completely
hearing.
fucking broken.
I wouldn't mind seeing like old characters come back though, like Mewtwo. I wouldn't
Mewtwo would
mind
be
that.
cool.
Well, I mean, since they say they're not adding new characters, yeah, they can bring back old characters.
Maybe they'll bring back old
Yeah,
characters.
that's what I'd be perfectly fine with some old characters back in the mix.
Keep in mind, the roster right now is at like 60 so characters, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. No, there's like
60
30 characters. There's like
60
30.
fucking characters.
I mean, like, in all,
This
they've
is
ever
Marvel
used.
vs. Capcom 2?
They've ever
Yeah.
used.
Oh, that they've used?
Oh, that they've used? Well,
No, not even that.
no, this even
For
if
the-
they're used, maybe like 50.
For the most
at
part, the
most.
only characters that haven't carried over to Brawl is like Pichu.
Yeah, just like clone characters.
Just clone characters.
Really, yeah.
Alright.
So all of Super Smash Bros. 1 carried over, is still in Super Smash
Yeah.
Bros. 3.
Alright, going down the list. Our next one is from EA.
Oh, first, yeah.
Battlefield
That's amazing.
You know Battlefield Premium, the Call of Duty Elite service that EA is using essentially?
Yeah.
In the first 2 weeks of its launch, it received 800,000 subscribers.
Is that
A lot of
good?
money.
That's a
$50.
lot of money.
Wait, is it
Okay,
$60
that's
or
good.
15, Brad?
It's $50
Oh,
Damn.
money.
for early DLC access, exclusive double EXP events,
Holy XP.
exclusive servers. Like there's servers outside so that people who have a premium membership can just go and get games faster.
Like VIP rooms.
Yeah.
A lot of money to blow on stupid shit.
Close down.
And they also have exclusive competition, exclusive events that are just for premium. They say it's, quote, better than Elite.
Nice quote.
Quote.
Nice quote. Better than Elite.
It's quotation.
Can't get more blunt than that.
So what do you guys think of this?
I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
this is more Ben's aspect.
now, this is what
right
I
here.
see with the premium. Okay, if you see in Call of Duty Elite, there is not much there. All it gives you is just discounts on maps and shit like that.
Yeah, that's
and
just like, what, $15 a stage?
yeah, it just gives you like maybe 20 or
Fucking
something
ridiculous.
percent off. And
Yeah.
then, you get double XP. But with the premium, you get all that shit like Call of Duty, but also add like those special events.
Plus a VIP room.
But yeah,
But how much are those events really worth?
I don't know, but it's just
I don't know. I don't play this shit.
but it's something more to add for a.
Like, as a shooter fan, if there was like a special exclusive event that you had $50 a year to get, would you really be interested in it?
no, I won't.
Well, with that kind of question, that should be like an all-around question for everyone. As a shooter fan, would a special event be worth $50? Is like a platformer fan, is that like a new competition worth $50 where you might
No.
actually win this shit?
No, I'll say flat
you,
out
you
no.
still get recognized.
Or like a fighting game fan. Well, that's already, they actually stream that shit, but people do pay for special competitions.
Because you might get recognized and
get
then
recognized.
never know.
There's actually community behind competitive fighting games.
Where it's also a very small community behind first-person shooters too. I mean, you have to look it up. They don't, put billboards of that shit, but
Well, they don't really put billboards of that shit like for
No,
fighting games.
probably in
Yeah, but-
California.
I
but
won't drive down the street and see an Evo billboard up.
yeah, but if you look on like any game websites, it'll be there.
Yeah, that's true.
somewhere.
Like Evo coming out soon.
Yeah, some people it might be worth it. The
Yeah.
hardcore people, like
Yeah,
people
hardcore.
that can jump off a building, spin around, and shoot someone in the face. Those
I
kind of
get,
people
like,
might
5
be
kills.
interested. Yeah, 5 kills by throwing a knife across the arena.
Just bounce.
Those kind of people might be interested in it. But like people like me who have a 9 kill, 42 death kind of streak, yeah, I'm not gonna be interested in that at
Shooting
all.
somebody
Big
get hit
waste.
back.
Yeah, that would be
You
a
have to
big
be
waste of
into it.
money for me to lose.
You have to be dedicated. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
dedication.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And to be fair, there is also the early access for DLC and all that, which I would assume is free. I don't know for sure.
I'd pay for that shit. I'd pay for early access to DLC.
I would, depending on the DLC that's coming out for it.
Yeah, it all depends on what kind of, if you're actually a fan of the
Well,
franchise
if you're
or
a
not.
fan of the franchise, early DLC, I don't give a shit about Call of Duty or Battlefield 3 DLC, so... fuck.
Like, there's a Street Fighter early access pass you would buy.
Oh,
I would have had that shit already.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to more financial news.
No,
Financial
yeah.
news.
oh, great financial.
Vivendi Games, the company that owns Activision Blizzard, is trying to sell they own half of the company's stock, and they're trying to sell it off.
So like who? Or...
Activision, they're just to whoever wants to pay the $8.1 billion to get all that stock.
That's a lot of
Let's
money.
go put all our money together. We'd have like $1,001.
Buy.
All of us
Buy.
put together.
Buy.
Yeah, I'd
was-
be the $1.
Share. Buy. Stock. Draw.
But yeah,
Let's go.
they're
Let's
looking
go.
to get rid of their shares in Activision Blizzard.
I mean, that's the thing.
Why are they trying to get rid of them?
They
They
don't
don't-
really say.
They don't
They-
know.
they-
That's the thing.
They just don't want it no
they
more.
just-
That's the
not
thing is
want
that
to
I
be
don't
with
know.
them.
That's
I think it's
because
stupid.
Call of Duty is still making money.
The
Yeah,
Call
it's
of
always
Duty
gonna be
franchise is
making
like
money.
worth like what, $5 billion, and
It's
you got
worth,
Blizzard,
it's worth more than my life.
and you got Blizzard too.
I'm gonna bring this up real quick. That Vivendi's stock is still in a 9-year low. Like their current share of their own company have been as low as they have ever been in 9 years.
Damn.
What, like, has the stock like been like expensive just to buy? Like they're.
Vivendi's are Call of Duties.
Duties.
Well, I mean, like it's like the stock like expensive to buy like one share.
I said that because as if Activision is good as Call of Duty and that's nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just wondering like how much the share costs. Maybe that's why. Because the shares are high, so you're not gonna get.
Well, if you buy that share, you own it until someone sells it.
Yeah.
Until you sell it for somebody, you don't have to pay more for that share as time goes on. That's for yours to keep. That's how
There's
stocks work.
Why the fuck are we talking about stocks?
Yeah, I know, right? Come on, man, guys.
Like, why are you explaining stocks to these people?
Because the thing I want to keep in mind is that if Vivendi's trying to liquidate their Activision Blizzard, they know something that we don't. Obviously. Keep that in mind. Like, what is going on in Activision Blizzard that caused Vivendi to want to sell their $8.1 billion in the company?
They don't want to get too rich.
They don't want to be too rich.
Because you think about it, I can't fathom the reason you would want to do that. Because they're still profiting
Oh,
at Activision Blizzard.
extreme.
World of Warcraft's still printing money.
Man, much.
Printing money.
There was all this.
World of Warcraft dollars.
The Warcraft.
Oh, WoW dollars.
There's as much as I hate it, Diablo 3 sold a lot just recently,
Diablo dollars.
and Call of Duty.
Double.
Do I need to even talk about Call of Duty at this point?
No.
What's so game industry?
#1 sales record of all time.
Damn.
Like 20 million. That's a lot.
So I just want to bring that up because it seemed odd to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You definitely thought a lot deeper than we did.
I was just like, okay,
Or like stocks, yep.
stocks.
Okay.
But now it's interesting.
That's the thing that stocks have.
Even more news involving purchases and stuff from gaming companies. Sony purchased Gaikai, which is a video game streaming service.
We could have used that for Evo this year.
It's a game. What happens is that you go into they have a server. They do all this stuff for the game on the server. They just stream the video to you. So then you do your controls, and that goes to their server, and then it just goes on.
So you
Now,
can
what
just
kind of
So
shit
all the
they-
processing is done on their end. You just get the picture.
No, what kind of shit are they going to stream?
Well, all it says is they're trying to establish a new cloud service, ensuring that it continues to provide users with truly innovative and immersive interactive entertainment experiences.
I do not want my shit pushing other people's shit up in that cloud.
That's my shit.
That's an
My
administration from Sony.
It's kind of weird how they just talk about stream.
So-
After we struggled to watch this thing.
This implies that they're trying to do their own little thing with video game streaming. How does that sound to you?
Sound pretty late.
Sounds, yeah, really, really late.
Like how Microsoft was late with Internet Explorer on their
That's why they should
Xbox.
have been on there a long fucking time ago.
It should
That
be
thing should have been on there on fucking launch.
They should have.
Reminds me of the old joke, Internet Explorer is the best thing to use to download Firefox.
That's what I used to.
Or
for my
Chrome,
laptop.
depending on what you're... Or Chrome.
Google?
The point is, IE sucks.
Nice.
That's what you go for. But the best thing to download is a
Yeah,
new internet browser.
that's embarrassing.
It is. Your number one download.
An old industry joke. Never gets old.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I've never heard it before.
Really?
I've never
It's
heard
really
it before.
good.
Anyway, let's move on to news stories.
Out of all of us, I'm the most out of the loop with these things.
Seth Killian, who you might know as working on Street Fighter 4,
Yes, sir.
is officially now working on PlayStation All Stars.
Actually, I did hear. I didn't hear he was
They're
working on All Stars.
He quit Capcom, moved to Sony, he's now working on All Stars.
That I knew. I knew he quit Capcom and went to Sony. I didn't know he was working on All Stars.
Okay.
So does that mean we're going to see a Street Fighter character or two?
We're gonna put a jury.
I doubt it.
I would
Since
not.
that's just someone who used to work there now working at Sony.
That's true, but
It's not like they like push.
But
Like,
he
just
was
kind of helps. Get
It's not like he owns any of the characters.
well,
Yeah.
Seth Killian. What he did, he was a community manager. He was like relations between America and
in Japan.
which is a huge fucking deal. It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
For like a game like this too.
But so now I'm trying to figure out.
And I hear he was well liked by
Oh.
the community.
Yeah, everyone loved Seth Killian. He
They named
actually,
the character after.
he actually, this like for anyone that followed Street Fighter X before it came out, he's the only one that would give anyone any answers
Yeah.
and not just walk in fucking circles with us.
He's real.
Yeah, like no. Oh,
So-
you'll learn later or something.
Yeah.
How do
Just
you
tell
feel
us.
about him moving to PlayStation All Stars to bring his fighting expertise into that new game?
I think we need that kind of shit, man. Like we need
To make this game a success.
we need someone that knows something about fighting games making a fighting game,
Exactly.
or it'll be a fucked up game.
That sounds like common sense, but you'd be
Yeah,
surprised.
you'll definitely be surprised.
This industry, in all of its flaws. Anyway,
Nothing is without
let's
its
move
flaws.
on.
Alright.
Another dumbass thing EA has said.
Man, they are so.
They
so
are
newsworthy.
aiming to be a 100% digital company.
What? No.
Like they're trying to do all their stuff online. They're going to try to eventually move to doing.
Well, we can like go to the store, find like a big rock, we carve it out in like an art shape, and we carve R.I.P. EA in the side of it.
R.I.P. EA.
It's funny because in a later statement from Sony later on in the week, Sony said that the game industry needs both retail and digital to survive.
Yeah,
Both, you can't
it
Definitely.
does. You've got to have both
Yeah.
because I'm not buying no digital games because if my PS3 goes down,
You ain't got no
I'm
game.
fucked.
Well, plus
Well,
you
I
waste memory,
just
too.
recently started PC gaming kind of, and I'm using good old games in Steam. And if you can buy an old, like couple-year old AAA game for like $1.50, you might as well do it.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Because there was an old shitty game called Legendary that was released several years
I
ago,
remember that.
and at
An
the time
old
it was
shitty game.
pretty bad, but it was just on Steam for like $1.70, and I was interested in the time. I'm like, why not?
It's $1.70.
And I played it.
Was it worth the $1?
I haven't played it yet
Oh, so
because
it's
I've been playing Thief instead.
Oh, Thief. Okay.
It's $1.70, so it's not like you're wasting money.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's not like even if it does end up being a flop, it's only $1.70. What did I really lose?
I never
$1.70?
felt comfortable like buying a game, like a new game, online.
Yeah.
Like I love going in, holding the shit, giving them the fucking
No,
money,
I
and
understand.
taking it home with me,
How I feel.
and looking at it and rubbing it on all the way home.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the
But the
shit
first-
out
I
of
understand,
you.
but
It doesn't matter.
Wait
Kid.
till I get you home.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter
okay,
because
welcome to
you're
the
like
family.
you rub it and then you put it down for a week and you can't even play.
I understand.
That's
Pointing out.
my schedule.
That's how
I was pointing
That's
out.
how it was a Lollipop Chase. I bought it, played for a day. Didn't have time
I'm
to play
farther
it.
than he is.
He doesn't even own the
I
game.
don't
He had
even-
it still had it for 2 days and he's farther than
I
me.
know,
Every
right?
game like that, I'll be like, welcome to the family.
I've had it for a month.
I mean, and retail's never going to go away. Let's be perfectly clear on that.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. There's
No,
still
yeah.
retail in music,
Yeah.
and most of that's done through
music.
iTunes now.
I haven't
Yeah.
bought a CD in years.
I think the
People
last
still
CD.
do.
I haven't bought an iTunes thing.
I think the
in
last
years.
CD you bought was Akon's first CD.
You know his good CD.
But
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is room for the digital space, considering that
Oh, totally.
all of the
man.
good services do unlimited downloads and all that, so you're never really
Yeah.
losing anything.
Not
Yeah.
losing shit. Yeah.
It just feels way better to hold.
Yeah.
I just love looking at my collection of games, which
Yeah.
is very large, but
Nice.
I love it, Brandon.
very
You'd rather it
small.
be you'd rather be a pile of games rather than just a list on a server.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine. I'm not
Same.
going to say you're wrong, because you're right. I like that too.
But certain games are meant to be downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is all good for the indie scene.
Like Rayman
Yeah.
Origins.
Digital's is good
Yeah,
for the indie
that,
scene.
that game
Oh, yeah.
should have definitely
Rayman
been.
Origins
Some
should have been
company out.
downloaded.
That should
I might have
totally
actually
been
got it if it was downloaded.
I would have too.
Rayman
Like,
Origins
that
should've been
$6
a
price
download.
point turned me off so quickly.
Yeah, it did.
Turn them off faster than a naked chick.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're clever.
I'm glad someone did. I love you, Brandon.
Let's move on. A statement from Ubisoft said that they want to try to release 1 or 2 new IPs every year.
I doubt it.
I doubt doubt. Yeah, I doubt it, but good.
You had the same exact reaction I did. It's like, I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love you trying to do that, because I will support you all the way.
I'm down for
But
it.
let's be realistic here.
Not a chance.
There's just a lot of
Like, if they can, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but...
They just
Now-
started making new IPs this
Now,
year.
what is Ubisoft? Like, I know the company. What are they making?
Assassin's
what-
Creed,
Assassin's
Rayman,
Creed.
Splinter Cell.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of all the ones in my head.
But they're not going to make new IPs. They're going to make another Assassin's Creed, another Splinter Cell, another Rayman.
I mean, and they're probably going to use those to fuel their IP hunt.
Well, I mean, the
Alright,
newest one right now is
But then
Watch Dogs.
their newest
Watch
IP is going to fall, and then they'll go back to Assassin's Creed, just like every other new IP that's not original.
Or it's gonna be a new IP, and then next year it's just gonna be a sequel to
I remember
that.
when EA did the same thing back when we used to like EA. When they tried Mirror's Edge and Dead Space.
Yeah,
and
all those new games.
I'm still waiting for a sequel to Mirror's Edge.
I'm not going to find a sequel.
They've talked about making a sequel. Like there's
Yeah,
been
they're-
rumors.
I know it's probably, the odds are it's not going to happen.
Most likely.
I've already accepted that.
If they go
Hey,
to
maybe
just
she'll be a
hardcore-
PlayStation All-Stars.
Oh my God.
I don't know. She'll
It'd just,
shoot
be
you.
like, it'd just be drop kicks and shooting
drop
people.
kicks running up walls.
Dies by bullet.
If you play as her, it's only in the first person.
That'd be weird.
It would be weird.
I
Because
wonder
it's
if
just a straight line.
Whenever
no,
you- yeah.
no, you use the Wii U gamepad to play
Oh
in
my
her first-
God.
Oh my
As her
God.
first person
Oh my
perspective.
God. But dude, that would be boss ass shit
I want a
though.
first person play.
That would be boss ass shit though.
I want
If
a
they
first
do it
person-
right.
Bunch of games.
If they do it right.
I have a list of games that I'd like to see in first person.
Yeah.
Well, Tekken 2, if you put in the code, you can actually fight in the first person.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
But yeah. Ubisoft, I applaud your creative vision, but I am not sure how you're going to be able to pull that off.
They're not.
Let's move on. They announced the limited edition Assassin's Creed for North America. What's going to contain? It's going to contain a 9.44 inch Connor statue. That's the main character of the third
The
game.
third one, okay.
A 28 by 48 Assassin's Creed colonial flag.
Alright.
Who's gonna fly the colonial flag? I will.
It's going to have the 13 stars and have an Assassin's Creed assassin symbol in the middle of it.
That's
Okay.
cool. A colonial or Confederate?
Colonial, 13 colonies.
Make sure you just said the right thing. Just get all my work straight.
And a 3 by 3¼ inch assassin's buckle belt. Belt buckle.
I really don't care about any of those.
Yeah, those things are pretty weak.
I was hoping they had like a hidden blade or something. But
Something cool.
Oh, yeah.
It wants a belt buckle.
Alright.
And if it's an Assassin's Creed belt buckle, wasn't his belt buckle just a belt buckle?
Yeah,
It was just a belt buckle. Well, you're gonna get a regular belt buckle.
of course, his belt had several throwing knives, bullets, and all that in it.
But you said a belt buckle, not
Yeah.
a belt.
Yeah, not a whole belt.
Well, you expect to make a whole utility belt for the deluxe edition. It's going to cost $10 more.
No, but I would expect him to make a cool belt buckle. The guy had a normal belt buckle.
Oh no, he had the assassin symbol on his belt.
No. You just said he had. That sounds stupid now.
I don't know
Sure.
what I thought you said.
I said it's just a regular belt buckle, and you're like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Well, it is just a normal belt buckle. Just an Assassin's Creed belt.
This is a normal belt buckle with the assassin symbol on it. Well, it is the assassin symbol.
For those people who like to tuck their shirts.
Where that word?
Okay.
They
Yeah,
also
right
announced
there,
the PC Digital Deluxe Edition. For those who want to buy stuff online, it will have George Washington's notebook, which will explain his side of the story from his perspective.
George Washington, assassin.
He's a Templar in Assassin's Creed lore.
That means he's an enemy.
He's a bad guy. Is Abraham Lincoln an assassin?
No, he was a boy.
Oh, he's a vampire. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, no.
It'll have a
Next
single.
Assassin's
It'll
Creed.
have
Yeah, next
3
Assassin's.
single-player missions. It will have 2 new outfits: Captain of the Equalia and a Colonial outfit.
Swear to God, they're gonna say Captain America.
America.
Captain America.
2 new
Captain
weapons:
Mexico.
the boarding axe and the Scottish flintlock pistol, which is apparently the gun that fired the shot heard around the world. If you know anything about history.
Yep.
I know nothing. What is that?
The
Don't care anymore.
That was a
I'm
big
bored.
the
battle.
multiplayer
bored of it.
characters, the sharpshooter and the redcoats,
Stuff in PA.
and a collection of the Assassin's Creed's best soundtrack songs
There's a
ever.
lot of shit. Like,
A lot
how's it
of
gonna
shit.
fit? It's like,
Now
look,
with the
big
In the
one.
digital in the PC digital copy, not the North American
So PC
console
copies,
release,
way
we get
better.
jack. The consoles get jack shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, all that shit's gonna fit
We
inside
get it.
one thing.
Now with the
We
red
get a
coats,
9-inch counterfeit.
is the red coat character just like a soldier, or is he an assassin too?
Well, all of the multiplayer characters are Templars. All
It's
of
like a
them.
training simulation. You just play as them.
Keep in mind, this is through the PC and the digital version, so they're just going to give you the PDF and then the codes for all this crap, probably. Anyway, let's move on.
Ow!
Unless anyone has anything to say about this.
No.
You know how I feel about Assassin's Creed.
We have another. We have a news story. The Court of Justice of the European Union has submitted a ruling that companies can no longer legally keep you from reselling your digital games. If you buy a game off Good Old Games or Steam, they can't stop you from just saying, okay, here, you're gonna pay more money for this, you can have my copy of the game.
Okay.
Because previously you weren't allowed to do that, because it was technically just a license that you were not allowed to
Oh, like, give it to
do
someone
anything
else.
with.
But,
Now you can just, it's still a license, but you can now take the license and give it to someone else,
Oh, okay.
if you want to.
Free giveaways.
there you go. Not bad.
Not for free.
It's basically a victory for consumer rights.
Alright.
So that even in the digital space, your product's your products, and you can do what you want with
They're all
it.
late wrong.
Oh, late.
So what do you feel about that? What do you feel about
I don't use my computer for anything but YouTube porn.
I mean,
so-
you were saying earlier that that's one of the reasons you don't want to do digital is because you're afraid of what would happen. Now this ruling's come out that says nothing's gonna happen. You can still buy and sell in Europe, but it's not an American ruling. But they're probably gonna follow suit soon because that's what America
because
does.
we love Europe.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah, it's not. See, I don't fuck with online gaming. Like not like online, like PC gaming. Like I just don't do it. So it has absolutely no effect on me really. So I can't really
That's a fair assessment.
have an opinion really.
Well, I'm just glad that consumers are finally getting their rights back.
Yeah. We're improving very very slowly, but we're getting there.
Anyway, if no one else has anything to say, let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Move on.
This is another Sony story. The PS Vita firmware 1.80 is now going to add PS1 classic support to the PS Vita. So now you can play PS1 games on
Now
it.
I can play my Spyro games, and my Abe's Odyssey, and my Abe's Exodus, and my Crash Bandicoots. I say Crash for last, because that's my favorite.
I thought you hated Crash.
Get out! Get out! Get out of your house!
Go to your room.
Go to your room!
Get off my lawn.
Get off of your lawn!
It's good.
I'm just teasing.
That's how I feel about
Pretty
that.
cool, actually.
Yeah, now
Now I gotta go.
But you
the
know,
question is, why wasn't this in the first place?
They
but
just
I
got
do like
YouTube,
the Crash with the.
Yeah, you check the
tattoos
YouTube out on it?
Huh?
You check the YouTube?
Yeah, that
It's
shit is
really good.
nice.
Yeah,
but
YouTube
I can
really
only
good.
get into my like my favorites list. I can't get into like my music or anything like
Nah.
that. No.
Like your.
You can't get into like your other playlists. I got like 50 playlists.
He's like music, things I like.
Things I like to
At
watch.
least you
I
got
just
your favorites.
bookmarked
Yeah, I
them.
got my favorites.
I just favorite them.
One.
I don't even put
Doug
them.
spit all over himself.
I just favorite them. That's why I don't even put them in a playlist.
Quality's good.
But back to the PS1.
Yeah.
That's good now. Now
That's
you
good.
can
Now I can.
PS1 had a pretty good library.
Yeah,
too.
now I can go back in there, download some PS1. I can play Resident Evil 3
Oh yeah.
and Street Fighter Alpha 3.
You
Oh,
think
yeah.
they're
Right here, some Alpha
Or
3
Final
on the
Fantasy
Vita.
7.
Or Final Fantasy 7 right here on the Vita.
No.
Fuck you, Ben.
So, but
That's cool.
now they guys got to work on their PS2 titles. On PS.
Yeah.
We ain't get no PS2 title.
When?
Well,
Yeah, we're
they
not
have
getting
a-
any
they have a
good
few.
work.
No, I'm just saying like online. Like
Yeah, but
the
not having
PSN.
any good
They gotta work
PS2
on it.
titles.
They had Persona 3 up there.
Persona 3. That's not a everyone like kind of game.
Yeah, but it's a good one.
Are you gonna get the fighting game of Persona 4?
They got-
Persona 4.
Arena?
Persona 4 The Fighters?
I'm swaying more towards yes at this point.
Okay.
Wait until it actually comes out, then I'll give you my opinion
Okay.
on that.
I'll show you a game that plays just like it.
Blaze Blue.
Oh, Blue.
Oh, there you go. See, you're following it because it's Persona. That's why. Of course, he's following it.
I mean, even I knew of Blaze Blue before Persona 3 before Arena came out. It's coming out.
Oh, no, it's okay. Let's fuck it.
Let's move on.
Let's go.
Let's go to our Diablo 3 story.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, we
Just
haven't
so
had
good.
one of those yet.
Let's love, because I love talking about Diablo
We have
3.
every
Yeah,
episode.
Every episode we got at least one.
Is it more like Diablo P?
Shut up.
Fuck you, Dylan.
He's getting a big boot later on.
People who played Diablo 3 on Linux have been claiming that they have been banned for doing so.
How fucking dare you play our game on this system?
You played this on Linux.
How dare we don't like you? You're banned.
Get
Get out of here.
Get out.
$60.
We don't like your kind here.
Now, there aren't anything confirming or denying this yet. Blizzard had a statement out saying they tested this and that this is not true at all, but that's corporate speak. Of course Blizzard would say that.
Of course.
Give me $60.
It's specifically Linux users use a Windows emulator to play Diablo on a Linux system.
Yeah.
Apparently the emulator is having some issues, and that it's causing Diablo 3's thing to come up. Oh yeah, you're cheating.
Yeah, Diablo's like.
Oh, so it looks at them like
Now-
the unverifieds.
There are some people who have it and who use one and it's perfectly. The emulator think it's perfectly fine. They have no issues, but some are claiming that they're being banned because of it.
Or their mom just strengthened the firewall.
Or they could be just cheating. Who really knows for sure?
Could just be cheating.
Yeah.
To be fair, we don't actually know if this is a true story or if they're actually just cheaters. We don't really know that for sure.
That's true. That's true.
So to be fair, this might not be Blizzard's fault this time.
This
The last couple ones were totally their fault,
Yeah.
but this one might not be.
Okay.
Alright.
So, any other thoughts on this story?
Not really.
Just Diablo.
Just Diablo.
Yeah, it's just Diablo.
Yeah.
They make their own stories.
Our next story involves a game that you like, James, Resident Evil 6. Will have regenerative health.
I mean,
I don't hate that.
That takes away from the tension
survival
of it, though.
mode.
So now you.
But
Well, I mean,
yeah.
well, that means now when you like.
But
No,
yeah,
it's
but I
true.
like the tension. I don't know about other people, but I love in Resident Evil. I love item management.
It's not complete regenerative health, though. It's the kind of from Resistance 1, where you had like blocks of health.
I
And
always
if you lost
hate
that
it.
block, you regen up to the top of that.
Oh.
I hated that shit though. But I wish it. I
Well,
didn't
man.
I
mind.
love that system.
I didn't mind the circular health bar.
Yeah, me neither.
I actually kind of like that.
So you just basically like if you lose like one bar, you just get that bar back, and if you lose that one,
Yeah, like
Okay,
Mass
yeah.
Effect 3.
So that's-
yeah, like
so that
that.
still makes it like intense in a way.
It still makes it kind of tense.
I actually
know,
like
fucking
that
get
system.
it.
I think that's the best system to have.
Now you put it like that. That could work. I thought you meant like Call of Duty, where everything's
Yeah.
turning red.
That's
and all of a
what I
sudden
thought,
you
too.
get back
Yeah.
They
down.
said
I was like, that's. I just run into a battle all stupid and shit. When I get hurt, I'll run away until I heal. That's
Yeah.
not tense at all.
That doesn't feel like Resident
Yeah.
Evil.
No Tenso.
And they're Resident Evil, like Leon's levels, it's broken up into 3. Like Leon's levels are like more tense and slow paced, more scary shit, and then Chris
Yeah.
is like more Resident Evil 5 action shit. And I still haven't seen any of Wesker Jr.
Wesker.
He's got a name.
It's Wesker Jr.
He's actually got a name.
But his last
Robert.
name is
No, we
Dana.
know.
It's like whatever Wesker Jr.
Yeah, we know. But
And that's what I'm gonna call him.
Frank Wesker.
Frank Wesker
Frank
Jr.
West.
I've covered wars, you know.
He has.
Zombie.
He makes it.
Yeah, he started wars. You know.
He makes
He
a
started
cameo.
wars, you know.
He makes a cameo in RE6.
That'd be tight.
Let's move on.
Yeah, they always
Yeah.
show up when we
Yes,
get into the
let-
race.
Before I get all
There is an
fucked up.
article.
Yeah, it's only
There
that
was an
time.
article that came out on gaming website The Verge that revealed game developers' revenues and expenses and their total profits.
Okay.
So I wanted to read out these numbers just to see what you guys thought about it.
Alright. We're kind of slow, so that
For-
we might get some dumb ideas.
Publisher Ubisoft, they made $48 million in profit, but they spent $1.4 billion in revenue. They got $1.4 billion total revenues.
So they weren't even close to making that.
Yeah.
So no, revenues minus profit was how much they actually spent to get that profit.
So they still have.
So they spent They spent at least 1.3 billion in order to get 48 million.
That's a lot.
There's not
They
many.
got that money back, and then 38 million on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's still not a huge
It's
margin
not a
of
huge
profit.
margin, but they made some profit. They made more profit than I'm making.
It's better than
It was.
although the previous year was a $67 million loss, not a profit.
So they got to recover.
So they
that
actually
shit first.
improved over
Okay.
last year by $100 million. Now
They've
we move on
improved
to EA.
Something.
Now we move on to EA.
Got it right here.
The trillion.
They got
$6
got $76 million in profit, but their revenues were $977 million.
I thought you were gonna say 900 billion.
77 billion. I was like, do we even have that much money in the world?
So they spent around $900 million, and they
Actually,
recouped that, and then gained another $76 million.
I'm actually
they're
more
doing-
shocked about that. They
they're-
didn't spend a lot.
They're doing really well.
Especially compared to the previous year. In the previous year, they lost $250,000.
Damn. That's like
That's like $45 million or something, like $25 million or something.
$250,000.
That's like
That could be like
$250,000.
$250,000.
$250,000. I could have sat here all day trying to watch Dylan figure this shit out.
Now we move on to Activision.
Okay.
Activision's profit margins, they made $384 million in raw profit.
Call
Damn.
of Duty, dog.
Call of Duty.
Their revenues for that year were $1.2 billion.
Not
Good,
bad.
not bad. It's really
That's actually not bad.
That's not
compared to
bad
the
at all.
others.
Seeing since they just copied and pasted. a bunch of
It's
shit.
except that they actually did worse than they did last year. Last year they made $500,000 in raw profit, opposed to $400,000
$500,000.
in
$500.
profit.
Damn, that's not even that much. I don't think.
Compared to the other ones, it's actually quite a lot.
Okay, that's not a lot.
Compared to the others that we just listed, that's actually quite a lot.
You can start paying.
Well, yeah. It's a lot, but
I zoned out mid-number.
Keep in mind, I mean, think about how much they're spending on these games to
Not a
make
lot.
these very marginal amounts of profit. Like that's
Yeah.
they're not making a whole lot compared to what they're spending.
Yeah.
but they have such a huge fan base. That's why they make all this money.
You do what you
And
gotta
then
do.
the DLCs.
That's a bit of a problem because that means you're spending all of this money, and you probably don't have to.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're
They
getting a lot
could
of return.
probably scale down their production value. Like if you had to sell $5 million to make Dead Space a viable franchise, still there's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, Call of Duty, they could literally just like put the same story but with like different guns and sell it as Call of Duty 6
You could argue that's what they've been doing, but
and still make like $100,000 million.
So it's 100,000.
yeah. So anyone else have any comments to make?
It's not bad.
That's a lot more money than I'll ever see in my entire life.
Indeed.
You probably touched a lot of money.
That's more money than all of us put together would ever see in our entire lives.
I plan to dream. I dream big, so.
He's like, I dream big.
No.
I'm going to see that much. You three? Not so much.
I'm going to see
You
that
figure
much,
pretty
and I'm
much.
going to. No, I'm going to see that much, and I want to watch it burn.
Oh, he's going to sit there and light it from the top.
No.
Just
no.
sit back with a cigar.
No, I'm
So
going to
you're
watch
like a
someone
Joker.
else do it because I got bankrupt.
Because I am
Joker.
Because I
Yeah.
thought.
Money.
Speaking of Activision,
We're good.
Speak about that.
they're releasing a Chinese exclusive free-to-play Call of Duty Online.
It's about to do online.
You said Chinese exclusive.
Yes,
That makes it irrelevant.
they're releasing a Call of Duty Online.
Okay. Isn't Call of Duty already online?
Yeah, they're just a multiplayer online, except it's free to play, which means you're paying for weapons and perks and all that.
So it's just free to just download.
Yeah, you can download and play it, but to get good stuff, you have to pay for it.
So it's like a pay to win, which nobody likes.
It's a partnership between Activision and Tencent, which we've talked about before in a previous show about Epic.
Make $10 billion.
Okay.
So you're the Call of Duty fan, Ben. What do you think of Call of Duty Online being Chinese exclusive?
Same shit. Different country.
Same shit,
Different
different country.
country. Very
Nice.
good way of thinking about it.
It's just. It's,
Now we're going to a more lighthearted story than our usual fare. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration of the U.S. Department of Commerce has officially stated that mermaids do not exist.
Oh my. No.
Well,
No.
They have gone on record
About
stating that
mermaids.
mermaids do not
Is it
exist.
because Mermaid Man died?
Their voice, that's why.
Yeah.
No.
It's because Mermaid Man died.
Is it really?
Is that why
because-
mermaids don't exist anymore?
It's because
Because the last mermaid died.
no. The reason they made the statement is because there was a Discovery Channel special
Mermaids.
that
On
was
mermaids.
entitled "Mermaids: The Body Found."
On mermaids.
Who?
A human body
And they
with a
did,
fish tail.
and they didn't really,
You can talk English.
they didn't really specify that
With
this
lungs.
was not real, but
What's this weird shit out there? We have to discover.
it fooled
No,
enough.
it's just a mermaid is physically impossible. There's no way they can have lungs and live underwater
But
Yeah.
the con,
without gills. There's no way all mermaids are like
But
sexy
apparently-
women.
95%
apparently
of the
enough
has
peop-
been undiscovered.
But I'm more than 100% sure there's no.
but enough people thought that mermaids exist through watching the documentary that the Department of Commerce had to put an official statement out saying,
Yeah, mermaids
"Listen,
don't
people,
exist.
mermaids don't exist."
Yeah, like you're gonna say Santa Claus doesn't
That
exist,
just
right?
shows you how.
Because they do that every
Hey,
kid would go.
Santa Claus exists.
No,
And
no,
to be
I'm just
fair,
saying,
they
he
spent
exists in
approximately
here.
$0 researching
And in
this.
here.
Yo, why did you guys cover it? Just put it on live television.
What?
Oh, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus doesn't exist. Kids,
Fuck your
Grow up.
childhood.
So
Grow
yes,
up.
grow up.
So,
what do you think?
Santa
Of
Claus exists.
what do you
inside.
think of enough
In here.
people thinking that mermaids exist that they had to put this statement out?
I have officially
I
heard
think it
most
just
of
means
it.
people are dumb.
Just
Well,
people
maybe-
are so desperate to believe in something that they believe in fucking mermaids.
I know, right? Well, Tooth Fairy.
Like they don't make sense. A Little Mermaid doesn't make sense.
No, it does not. It does not make
It
sense.
does not make sense.
In fact, it makes negative sense.
It just biologically doesn't make sense. You can't have lungs and gills. They're not compatible.
The Hulk.
It's okay, James.
I just hate stupid shit.
That's cartoons.
I just hate stupid shit.
It's just a cartoon.
Okay, let's
No,
move on.
No, they're
to-
like in old maps and shit. Old sailor tales.
Alright.
With mermaids and sea serpents. Sea serpents may be real. They're probably real.
They're in the ocean
They're
for at
most
least
likely
10
real.
years.
Mermaids
okay?
are no real.
What else have they got to do
They
for 10
know
years in the
real.
ocean?
Masturbate and look at mermaids and sea serpents and the kraken.
Kraken.
Yeah. I will rest easy tonight knowing that mermaids do not exist. That makes me so much. It makes sleeping so much easier on me.
Now you can be safe.
Like
You
I was
can
afraid of
sleep
those
down.
mermaids, but now, okay, they don't exist. I can sleep.
There you
I can
go.
relax. I can relax.
Thank God.
And for all those stupid dudes out there who are like, yeah, I wish I could find a mermaid. I'd bang her brains out. I gotta ask you, how would you do
The
that?
only place you can bang is her
Simple,
mouth.
just how would you bang her?
Yeah, they
Oral?
don't exactly
You
have.
could oral like bam. and bang
Yeah,
your
eventually
brains
she'd
out.
dry out because she's a fish.
Well, you can have like half of her body in the water.
But she
or-
gotta be fully. She's a fish. She lives underwater. She's a fish
Little
person.
Mermaid can come out and sit on a rock.
You said it's a cartoon.
Well, I didn't know
You
You
what.
said it's a cartoon.
Little Mermaid
I'm
is
going to
a
cut
cartoon.
this off,
and
and
for
we're going
some
to move
reason-
on.
Oh,
For some reason,
blow
she's
me.
some reason. Okay, I cut the shit.
I am cutting you all off.
Cut that off.
This is getting ridiculous.
Cut that shit off.
I'm sorry I made that a story.
That's not even video game news. What are you doing?
Like Little Mermaid was a video game.
I thought it was funny.
Look what you did.
She goes too close to hate each other.
Anyway,
They hate each other.
political news. We're doing politics now.
Oh, no politics now.
The European Parliament has rejected ACTA. They've officially rejected it.
Okay,
It's
So
no longer
that's-
going to exist.
Finally.
400
Cross that out.
479 people voted against it. 38 people voted for it.
479 to 38.
And there were 165 people who didn't vote at all.
Bastards. They didn't need the vote. As soon as they saw them odds, they're like, we don't even got to move. No matter even if we all vote for it, we would still lose. So they're just like, fuck it.
So yes,
Fuck
there is no more piracy fighting nonsense until the next time this issue comes over
It was
again.
all about big business. Big businesses.
Big
That's all it was.
It's all it's ever been.
Big businesses cannot beat the internet.
No. The internet is the most strongest thing ever.
Nothing beats the internet.
Nothing.
Nothing. Welcome
Now
to
with
Earth.
that said, I think we can move on now, unless
Yeah.
anyone has anything else they want to say about this story.
Oh, no, we're good.
We're good.
Now we'll go on to Nintendo news again.
How did Ariel know that it's not normal to have your boobs out?
Well, I know.
How did she just know? She's underwater, got shell bra on. How does she know that's not allowed in society?
Well, maybe mermaid
Stop!
society.
Stop! Stop!
Mermaid society is somewhat like our society. I mean, it's more like
Nintendo!
It's England society. There's kings.
Nintendo has released an official statement saying that the Wii U's online will be free of charge.
Hasn't it always been?
Got a question. Will there be friend codes?
Don't know. But, this is a big but. They
What?
made mention that there may be a fee imposed later on in the road for people who want, quote, deep online gaming experiences.
What is
You
it?
mean like mermaids who go deep?
Meaning, I assume this means frequent people who play online a lot,
You mean
or who play hardcore
So
online games.
what are you saying? Like the people that don't want to go deep, they can only play like what, an hour a day before
I know.
it shuts down?
I don't know. I do not know.
Sorry, you can play hour a day. Go outside for 15 minutes. You know, be healthy.
Before it goes
It's
too
like-
deep.
Or pay $5 for our exclusive package.
Or
Exclusive
a
pack
deep
of
pack.
3 hours
Oh,
and 30 minutes of outside time.
How's that look?
See,
We
what
want
do you think? Do you want a quote deep gaming experience?
I don't know what the hell a deep gaming experience is.
No one knows what it
That
is.
is so broad. That is not. It's so deep that. Fuck it. Fuck it.
All right.
Let's just go.
You're right. Let's go on to
Get all worked
science. Let's go on to sciencey stuff.
And you know what I realized though? That her bra is clamshell. She tore a clam in half.
Scottish
She tore a
scientist.
clam in half to make a
What?
bra.
Scott-
It
Scottish
doesn't matter.
scientist.
Society is just like that. It's a society. The bra is normal. Battle ready armor. Based on
The God
Did you
Water
make a
Bowl.
Kids Next Door reference?
Yes, I did. Battle ready armor is.
I don't know if I should hug you or slap you for that.
Well, it doesn't matter because battle ready
Maybe
armor
both.
is good in every way.
Okay, let's move on.
She's not
A Scottish scientist has invented the world's first perfectly healthy pizza.
But that thing's disgusting as shit. I bet it tastes like your chair.
They had 100 people blind taste test it. They say it was good or better than most pizzas.
And they died from
Okay.
And it is nutritionally equivalent to eating 1/3 of all of your nutritional needs. Exactly 1/3. So if you eat 3 of those pizzas a day, you're basically good to go.
I'll do that.
I'd do that. Yeah, I have a slice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That'll save me on. Unless it's like $24 a pan.
It's probably going to be expensive, but I imagine. Because
fail.
Because science, again.
Because
talent.
So what do you think about a perfectly nutritionally balanced pizza?
Okay.
for some reason when you say pizza, I just can't picture healthy.
I
I picture grease and shit.
It's gonna
No, pizza actually isn't that bad for you compared to all the other shit that's out there in
The
America.
cheese.
I
It's
know,
just
but
grass.
just the grease. I
The
know.
grease is due.
Compared to the
grass.
dirt that is McDonald's, it's
I mean, I might seem a little pretentious for saying this, but I take a napkin sometimes and I just dab my pizza off with for grease. And I know it sounds really stupid, but it's what I do.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell everyone. One time I went to Grotto's, and I had some pizza, and my teeth were yellow. And the next morning when I brushed my teeth, I wasn't spitting out any toothpaste. There was nothing but grease coming out of my mouth.
Oh!
I read it like, what the f***?
That's what Grotto's famous for.
I was
Their
like,
greasy
ew.
pizza.
Never going to Grotto's again. What else?
Somewhat unrelated reason, I don't go to Ross for a similar reason. Like, I ordered something called the Pepperoni Extreme Pizza.
What the fuck is there would be in a pizza called a pepperoni
It's
extreme?
no cheese.
It advertised a lot of pepperoni on it, and I was excited about that. But then it came out, I could not see the cheese.
Also like.
But I literally could not see the cheese.
But when you ask for a pepperoni extreme,
Alright, it's gonna be extreme.
I didn't
It's an
expect
extreme-
that much
it's an
pepperoni.
extreme amount of
Yeah, what you pay
pepperonis.
for it?
So it's
It
like,
burned my mouth.
It's an extreme amount of pepperoni. What? It's in the name, except flipped.
And then there was also the fact that Grotto's isn't really that good either.
Yeah,
it's
it wasn't-
actually pretty bad
It's not
pizza-wise.
that good. Grotto's isn't a good.
This is
Pizza.
there's too much grease.
Does anyone really here like Grotto's?
No.
No, not really. I got one right down the street from my house. It's way
Sorry.
down the street from my house, but it's down the street.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Do the car dealership?
Like these people now. Let's say my neighbors.
Right
Oh,
next
no,
to
it's
this, right across the
just
street from that 7-Eleven right there.
Down that W10.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right next to that.
Anyway, let's move on
Let's
to our
go.
next story. This is going nowhere fast.
Well,
Okay,
it was
let's
a
go.
pizza topic. Where do you
I
think
know,
this
right?
gonna go?
Healthy people.
We're still on topic, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, there is going to be a new game console released with the Android OS on it.
Okay, let's roll back. So this console, it's a console. It comes with an Android on it?
No, it's using the Android OS.
System.
Operating
phone,
system.
Android phone.
Oh, but bigger because it's a console.
Yeah, it's developed by a tech startup called Ouya for $99.
Oh, the one where it's got nothing. You can like make your own games for it.
Yes.
Okay, I heard that.
You've heard about this.
I've heard about that.
Yes, it's going to be open
Demon
source,
Souls
meaning
last
that
time.
any user can make their own mods and games for it.
That's cool.
Yes, they basically made it like, you can hack this. We encourage you to hack this
Yeah.
shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
I might get that shit just to see what it does.
I want to wait until people actually start doing stuff on it before I consider it.
Yeah, that's true. See what you can do with it.
What do you two think about this?
About.
I mean, I think it's an innovative
I want to
idea,
see.
but you
I want
also
to
gotta
see how the hacking works. Like, is it gonna be like
Yeah.
Because I think this is
Gmod?
actually a
or-
pretty ingenious idea.
It
Is
is.
it gonna be like Gmod hacked, like that kind of look, like where everyone's just like,
We don't know.
or is it gonna be like fluent? Like,
It could be anything, really.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah,
I
Have,
can't
Yeah,
really
see.
make a definite answer without seeing how it
I'm
works.
not gonna lie. It was getting me the most that price tag.
Yeah,
When you
that's
say
really good.
console,
$100.
and then $100,
I
I'm
know.
like, whoa. I can't
I
even.
mean,
buy it.
$100 and all the games are essentially free.
Yeah, or your own.
I
It's
see.
even better.
Actual games are
That should be good for
$60.
you.
I mean, I doubt that any developer or publisher would support this because they need to make money in the
They need to
end.
make some
But
money. Yeah, they can't spend $100
unless
million.
they're going to do a marketplace thing with this.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff, and then they get a portion.
But I actually really enjoy the idea of the $100 console that's open source.
Definitely.
Anyway, let's move on to a next story. Remember the Final Fantasy VII remake that was definitely never going to happen ever again?
It's a twist.
It's actually going to be a PC port of the original Final Fantasy
They
VII.
just fucked us.
What the fuck?
Okay.
But once again, I don't give a shit really.
It's
Yeah.
a port, not a remake,
Same
a
graphics.
port.
No, you
Oh,
can't.
okay.
And even better, they actually already released the PC port of Final Fantasy VII in '98.
Damn. 98.
Came out.
Oh damn.
Yeah, when it
that was
came
like
out.
14 years ago.
Essentially, it's just a giant patch of the original
A
PC
giant
port
patch.
with cloud saves.
Oh,
Get it?
Yeah.
Cloud saves.
I get it.
They did good.
Good job.
Jeff,
Cloud saves, bug fixes, and a character booster.
Cheaters.
I still don't know what they actually plan to do with that character booster.
Yeah, everyone level 100. And it can't beat Sephiroth. Not even with the Omni Slash, you noob.
You lose.
you're a noob.
You lose with the Omni Slash.
Can you see the sound top?
But yeah, I mean, people already have Final Fantasy VII for the PC. They don't really care.
I got that
Like,
shit for
people really
PlayStation.
don't. Like, people on the internet really don't care about this.
Not really, no.
Like, they're actively
I know, I
not
don't give a
caring.
Then why
I don't
can't they
give
make
a
a
shit.
remake to these PS3?
Well, if you think about it, that would actually be pretty troublesome making a remake of Final Fantasy VII because everyone has their own expectations of a remake, and you're never gonna please everyone. You're never gonna please
That
everyone.
Takedown was so awesome.
Just like the internet.
Takedown was so awesome.
For what?
For Final
Like,
Fantasy.
they're better off just not making a remake, period, than making one because they're gonna piss off more people than they will ever please.
But people buy it.
Well, it's the game community is a bunch of
Liners.
needy, unsatisfied lovers.
Yeah. They complain, but they buy it. So
They
you're
buy
the-
it so they
Yeah.
can complain.
Nitpicker.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
Anyway, I guess this is a good time to move on since something this is gonna go anywhere different.
No,
No.
besides us just making fun of ourselves.
Capcom news.
Yay.
They're going to make Marvel vs. Capcom Origins,
Yeah.
a collection of 2 games, Marvel Superheroes, and Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes.
Oh yeah, I scoped that shit a long time.
That would, if I got that, I mean I have every Marvel.
It'll be available for Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network for 1,200 Microsoft points or $15.
Just like Marvel's Capcom 2.
Need to buy
I got Marvel's Capcom 2, 3, and.
So, Funny Game fans, what do you guys think?
good.
That's fucking
That's
tight.
cool,
I'm
yeah, that's
gonna
definitely-
get it so I can play as.
Who plays the most broken characters?
Well, they're all broken. They've all got 100%ers.
Play Silver
It's
Surfer.
like everyone is broken.
You wanna play a Silver Surfer?
Yeah, so-
Chaz
Everyone is broken.
yeah.
Does that mean that no one's broken?
That's Ice
Shade.
Man is what?
Oh,
Everyone's broken. Does that mean the game is balanced?
yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Iceman. Just
Mind
Super Shade.
blown.
Ice Man. Yeah, no, I guess you're right. I guess it is.
Velociraptor.
Damn.
If everyone's broken, isn't it balanced? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's the most balanced game ever then.
But
I know.
that's still actually not all of them though. They are like it was brought to me somewhere else. I forget where. But they still doesn't have X-Men: Children of the Atom.
Yeah,
It
that's
started the whole thing.
no. It started because Akuma was in it.
Well,
If there was no
I was
Akuma,
gonna get to that.
there was no Marvel vs. Capcom. So you
X-
have to respect Akuma.
X-Men: Children of the Atom is like Marvel's Capcom only with X-Men characters.
Yeah.
And as a final boss was
Oh,
Akuma from Street Fighter Turbo 2. And that's everyone's like, you know what? I want to see Cyclops beat the shit out of some more Akuma. And I also want to see Rogue beat the shit out of Ryu. Fuck, let's bring in everybody. Fucking Street Fighter versus X-Men. And then it's like, okay, we need more. We can't just have X-Men and we don't want to Street Fight. I want to see Morgan in this shit too. What about Mega Man? Oh fuck,
Spidey.
Capcom. Yeah, Spider-Man. Marvel versus Capcom. And then the rest
It's history.
Who's
Yep.
Capcom?
I'm
X-Men
glad
edition.
you two were here because I did not know that.
oh,
Well, I knew kind of a bit of that, but not a whole lot.
I know the origins.
that's how
Get it?
that's how I figure it goes.
Anyway, let's move on to another story. Did any of you play the Walking Dead game?
Yes.
I played the demo for the first one.
Activision has announced a Walking Dead first-person shooter
I heard.
They did.
developed by Terminal Reality,
Want to see how
who
that
were
works.
known for Blood Rain
I actually
Ghostbusters
read up on this shit. It's crazy.
and Star Wars Connect.
So it's just gonna be a bunch
It'll be
of
not. It will be completely unrelated to the other episodic Telltale games.
Oh yeah, this,
Walking
yeah,
Dead.
this is like a
it's a
prequel.
completely separate thing.
Yeah.
Is that all you heard on it?
Yeah, that's all I know.
Okay, well here's what I know about it. I thought you had the whole story. It's not coming out till 2015, and the reason why it's not coming out for 2015 is because it's coming with this thing where you can go to like a store and scan shit, and it goes to your inventory in the game.
Wait, who's making the game again? No,
That
no.
actually
I don't
sounds
fucking know.
irritating to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. It sounds kind of dumb. It sounds.
like here. Let me. Scan
It sounds like
this
Skylanders all over again.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
the whole fun of survival horror games is surviving. If you can just pause the game, run to the store, scan all the food items,
wait,
or go to like a gun shop, scan all the little barcodes for the guns.
I mean, unless
That'd be pretty cool.
food's spoiled or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, I mean that'd be actually cool too. Like, oh, it's
But then you'd be
Okay,
using up
yeah.
real life gas money.
Yeah, real gas money.
But you don't need gas money for apocalyptic world.
Yeah, but in real life.
But,
Oh, no,
but I mean, you're
To
wasting
scan-
real life
to
gas
scan
money.
this shit,
To
you
scan
need to go to the
virtual,
store.
to scan shit into a virtual
And
reality.
how dumb do you look? Going to Walmart and just picking up food and going, zzz,
I
and
know,
putting it
right?
back. Go pick up
Yeah.
an
It's for my Walking Dead game.
apple. Yeah, right.
Wait, was it the because I heard the guy from Activision, like he was in charge of the old Call of Duty thing, left just to make a like survival horror game, something.
I don't
It
know.
was in the that last Game Informer. It was actually pretty cool while it looks up.
Interesting.
Because also it said 2015 also.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's related.
Well, yeah, does anyone really want a Walking Dead first-person shooter?
No,
I don't know.
No, I'll just play Dead Island if I want a zombie first-person shooter game.
But I don't know. I just want to see how it looks. 'Cause-
I mean,
I
I
think
don't know
one
people.
Walking
I
Dead
don't
game
know,
was
know a lot of
enough.
people. I don't know many people that actually want this game to come out.
Yeah, it sounds dumb. I'm so tired of zombie.
It's like
games. I never
Walking-
thought I'd say that, but there's too many zombie games.
well, this one doesn't come out.
I
till
mean, it's like
2015,
also
so-
the Walking
Yeah,
Dead
that's
games
true.
were perfectly fine. Like people were thrilled with the way those were, and they have no
So,
real
yeah.
focus on shooting at all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a
it's
minor
story.
focus.
No, it's true.
Well, the thing with zombies in general is that the focus isn't shooting.
It's
surviving.
generally more
It's
focused on the survivors
It's surviving.
It's
and how daily life
And flash kicks and Frank West.
And how's the
and covering wars. You know.
Yeah, covering wars.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
a zombie, so you can make it have baby.
Yeah.
If you have zombie.
Anyway, let's move on before this gets too creepy.
Oh,
already-
it was on its way there.
Yeah.
Angry Birds for the Apple
Pigs.
Apple Store was temporarily glitched due to Apple's Fair Play DRM screwing up. Like Like they fixed it since,
Everyone was
but
pissed off.
for a couple days, people could not play Angry Birds because of Apple's GDRM.
So people got pissed and said,
We're fucking pissed. What am I gonna do on the bus ride to work?
dude, this game sucks. Fuck Angry Birds.
Sounds like a freebie.
It's like I had Angry Birds on my phone for a couple days for free on this. It ate up too much battery life for me to keep it on there for very long. It was like I could not, and I didn't really have that much fun playing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right, but
It's
Not
definitely
that
something
great.
to do.
Okay.
so yeah. We spoke about Persona 4 Arena earlier before the show. There's actually news about it. It is going to be the first PS3 game to have a region lock.
Oh,
Really?
Really.
just
The
US.
first
US.
ever PS3 game to have region lock.
And it came out 2012.
So it's just
And,
US, just US.
It's going to be a North and South America. It's going to be one version. Versus the rest of the world going to have their own separate version.
Like European and Japan.
And then Japan is their own version.
Yeah.
Because they're
The
Japan.
better version.
The better
Well,
The
version.
reason this is
Okay,
because
it's kinda
Japanese
good.
prices
Yeah.
are so different than ours that it's almost, there's like no reason.
It'd be kind of fair online.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because the Japanese prices are just so much higher than ours.
It's like
They've been
20,000
doing stuff
yen.
like that though since like the original Nintendo though.
Yeah, it's like 20,000
regional
yen or
locks.
some crap like that.
And Atlas say this is just a one-time thing. They're very clear on this. This is the only time we're ever going to do this.
Oh. Region lock.
And that's weird because Atlas is usually really good when it comes to their customer service. They don't really screw around with the customer like EA or Activision does.
Yeah.
Because they're a very niche studio, so all the customers are very much loyal to them.
Nice.
There's not many people make Japanese RPGs anymore, or good ones.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
one.
they're all fucking American now.
Anyway, did any of you see the new Assassin's Creed 3 trailer?
Now you
No,
know
I
how
didn't.
The
Uh-huh.
live action one.
You know I don't follow Assassin's
Nah, I
Creed.
haven't seen
I
that.
saw like the trailer name, but I didn't watch it.
There was a controversy regarding it because it was focused a lot on the American side of the war, and people are afraid that it's going to be a complete American versus British game. Even though they've said several times over, this is an Assassins versus Templar game.
Which I can see
Either way,
that
the British
happening,
lose.
like
Either way, yeah, the British are gonna lose.
Basically,
regardless.
they have to because
that's
canonically
history.
they did.
Yeah.
So what's the
In
bitching
real life
about?
canon,
Yeah.
British does not win.
So what's the bitching about?
Yeah. What do they want? It's like we'll make British win
Well-
for once. It's
Well,
like,
we don't want the
no.
British to win, but we don't want the British to be. They don't want the British to be demonized.
That's true. I understand where they get.
Okay, okay, that makes more
But
sense.
look how
Because
all these
you
war
can't
games
have the
are
British
demonized.
win. You're not. They're literally not allowed to
Yeah,
do
they're
that.
not allowed
Yeah, you
to
just
win.
can't do that. Yeah.
They didn't.
Well, they don't want them to be demonized the way they usually are in American
with the
media.
And
Russians.
it is the
Game.
one thing that, like, in games you can fuck with the canon. You can't fuck with real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, games
They'll
are supposed to
find
let
you.
go
Yeah,
of real
things.
life.
Yeah, about history. You can't
You can't.
make the British win.
And I have
They'll find you.
one final
Yeah, America's
story after
good.
this.
You can't make the British win. The South can't win.
Japan can't win.
And can't win.
PlayStation All Stars has finally got a release date.
Oh yeah.
October the 22nd.
Okay.
And it's also going to have a pre-order bonus
Look at the costumes.
for all costumes for every single character in the game.
Okay.
Hopefully they start
If I knew what all the
releasing
characters
So the
were.
Toro costume's gonna be cool.
If I knew what all the costumes were, this would be so much easier.
Also,
Okay.
during the recent Evo tournaments, they announced 2 new characters for the game.
Yeah.
Before I discuss this, but let's put it on camera so that people here know about it as well.
Okay.
They announced Toro, the quote Sony cat,
That no one's heard
and
of.
Heihachi Mishima from Tekken fame.
Heihachi Mishima.
He
He's
seems
dead.
like such a boring character. If you look at his trailer,
But he did die.
he is so boring, man.
He's like one of the most badass
It's
Tekken
just like-
characters of all time.
but just how they did him.
He's the strongest.
So it's like,
And Jim Beam.
Everyone, I do not use Heihachi in Tekken. I just think he's the most badass fighting game character in Tekken.
alright, but before we start the questions, I have some notes.
Okay,
Oh.
Dylan's got some
This-
shit.
You had the recent release of the new Naruto game.
Okay.
This new Storm 3.
Generations.
No, Storm
No,
3.
just Storm 3.
And they're
no
thinking,
Generation,
well,
because
Epic Battles-
no one used the little kids.
Epic battles are coming back, and now they're talking about being able to use awakenings in the beginning of the match.
But that would
But
break it.
Awakenings are already broken as
But
is.
Exactly.
everyone would go beginning match Ninetales and just wreck
That-
the house.
And that's what I'm concerned about online wise, because that's what everyone's gonna do. Everyone's
Yes.
gonna be like,
yeah, and just-
Because Awakenings are. I played Naruto too, and Awakenings were already broken. They're broken in the first game with some characters, and they're now even
Yeah.
more broken.
yeah.
They're trying to make the Awakenings cool, but
Well,
they can't make them cool without them being broken.
Well, the problem with the whole game is that most people didn't have good awakenings.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people just had, like, maybe a strength increase, but
Yeah.
no difference.
Unless you were
attacks.
Naruto or Sasuke.
Unless you're Naruto or Sasuke, your awakening
I know,
was
right?
shit.
Well, some of them had good.
Or Itachi. Or
other
Killer
characters
Bee.
like Conan had a good awakening.
Killer Bee was just.
Or
broken.
Killer Bee was.
It did.
Killer Bee was so broken.
Yeah.
Fuck Killer Bee.
Was so broken.
And-
Deep, bro.
and-
It's-
Yeah.
That last fight in the story mode with Sasuke
Oh,
versus
fuck
Killer
that
Bee.
shit.
Fuck that fight.
I
Fuck
beat
that
it.
fight. No, fuck that fight in the anime period.
I know, right?
That Lariat should have taken his head off. He should. I shouldn't even know this. But anyway, that Lariat should have anything that
Are
anything
you
that kills
implying that you
Sasuke-
wish Sasuke would die?
Yes.
Because
yes.
I would totally agree with you.
That Lariat should have taken his fucking head
It
right
took
off.
Kasame's head off.
It took Kasame's head off.
His
Yeah, it should have
clothes
taken.
head off.
It should have taken his head clean
Brandon
off.
said he had plot armor.
God, it's so
The
dumb.
biggest plot armor.
God, I hate them.
Like, he's worse than Sora from Kingdom Hearts when it comes to plot armor and doing ridiculous things and
And you know
surviving.
what's even worse though? He's not even the main character.
Yes! He's like, he's Starscream, essentially.
Yeah, it's true.
That's cool.
Starscream has plot armor.
Yeah, how his soul survives. He's a fucking.
He's a robot.
He can take over
My
objects
spark
now.
survived and I
He
can
can
take
take
over
over
toasters.
mechanical objects. What the fuck kind of dumb shit is that?
We don't want to kill
You don't
Starscream.
wanna
Oh,
kill-
we just don't want him a jet anymore.
Well, at least Starscream's a good villain. Sasuke's just some emo faggot.
Dislike.
No. I agree. And in fact, I rolled my eyes because I was like, oh, yes.
At least Starscream's got a character behind him. Like, he's got a
And at
personality.
least he's
that's
kind of
not-
funny.
Yeah, Sasuke is like the most cliche.
I know, right?
He is
Good
the
tag.
most
And he has
cliche.
no reason to do what he's doing. Like,
Alright.
he's already established that he's going against his brother's wishes at this point. Like, he's
Yeah.
doing this purely out of selfishness.
Yeah, essentially.
I know, right? He really.
What is he doing? Like, what is his goal?
He
To
wants to
kill
destroy.
the Leaf Village.
Yeah, he wants to destroy Leaf Village.
He's doing what his family.
He wants to get his revengeance. That's what he wants.
Basically, what his family's planning to do, he's doing it.
Yeah. Well,
For the evils, essentially.
Okay.
The evil.
And Starscream was trying to take out Megatron.
He went from good to bad.
But that's
good
the-
I mean, in his defense, Megatron was kind of stupid for letting him keep
Yeah,
doing it.
Starscream
Yeah,
sucks.
well,
Good,
I guess
good,
Megatron
good,
was just
good,
like
good.
entertained by Starscream's failures.
Alright.
He
Alright,
got beat by
so
Shadow.
before we go on to questions, I want to name the sources for my news stories this week.
Starscream's like so badass. He should not have got killed by the humans.
Like,
We're going to-
just shut him down.
Humans.
Before we go on to questions, I want to name my sources for the week.
No.
TheEscapistMagazine.com, Reddit, VideoGamer.com, G4TV.com, Rock Paper Shotgun, and Kotaku.
Where do you get like your stock information from?
TheEscapistMagazine.com, Reddit, VideoGamer.com, G4TV.com,
And boring.
Rock Paper Shotgun,
They
and
talk about
Kotaku.
stocks?
And
Yeah.
.com.
Talk everything about
They talk everything about video
And
games.
internet.com.
Internet. The internet. It's the internet.
Anyway, I also just know stuff.
Okay, he just knows things.
I'm good at
That's the
Question-
sort of stuff I follow.
Because Brandon's got like cloud mind where anything people say come up and go into his head.
I have a cloud save featuring
Like,
Final
cloud
97.
save for his brain. Lucky bastard.
Anyway, now it's time to go on to our favorite thing, the questions. Food for thought.
Alright, food for thought.
Our first question comes to us from me. Name a genre that you hate, and what would you do to make you like it?
RPGs.
What would you do to
Make it that you're actually attacking and not just using voice.
It's
Not voice.
it's called Skyrim.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Too.
No, but that Skyrim.
When you say RPG's another broad thing.
Yeah.
You gotta say like
Yes, turn-based
Okay,
RPGs.
turn-based.
Make like a lot of it's like Pokemon. Like I wish you actually moved the Pokemon and did the attack. And
You want more strategy involved.
Yeah, or just like feeling like you're actually doing it yourself.
So you kind of went Super Smash Bros, but with all Pokemon cast.
Well, yeah, and no.
Do you know how boss that would be?
It would be
Yeah.
fucking boss. So.
I get
It'd
it.
be epic.
That'd be hard to code though, because
Oh,
you have
no,
to do
fuck
all
yeah.
those characters and all those move lists.
No, fuck it. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. That'd
Any
be
of you
boss.
guys-
Anyway, a genre you hate, and how would you fix it?
Ben, you're next in line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just fix the. Even though I love this genre, it's a shooter. Just the reason. I mean, it's just
How
so.
would-
I love this
How
genre, but
would-
I
I love it, but
I
it's
hate
just.
it. I love it, but I hate it.
It's just a reason.
But this is the reason why. I mean, honestly, I love story, and I wish they put more story into a shooter game. Because honestly, I'm not a person that would just go up to a shooter, play online.
Yeah.
I like the story with the shooter. I like to feel like I'm the character, because
That's
Yeah,
all it should have been.
FPS lately have not been good with
yeah,
campaigns
they
at
just
all.
been online. That's all it.
Black Ops was the last one, in my opinion.
All right, Jimmy boy.
I have to say,
He's like.
Like, escape from what?
I don't know. I'd have to say also shooters. Different reason though. Like I don't care about like the whole story multiplayer thing. I'm thinking about like is the features.
Yep.
Like in every not just Call of Duty, every shooter's period, you have like the basic shoot shit, reload, aim, jump, knife, all of them. And like sometimes they'll add like a new feature, but it's always the same thing. Something that involves slowing down time. If it's an added feature, you either move faster or you slow down time. I want something different.
Max Payne bullet time.
Yeah, everyone does that now. I want something a little different. Maybe something that makes you like able to fly. I know it sounds dumb, but maybe lets you just like fly. Maybe like a supernatural first-person shooter where you're like flying,
Oh.
You
sniping
could argue
people,
that's Dishonored.
well,
That
shooting
is
people
dumb,
from
yeah.
the sky or. You
yeah,
guys get
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I just want like new
power-ups.
like something that's not just the same.
You
old
should try
New
some
gimmicks?
more RPG shooter hybrids because they do that kind of pretty well.
That's what I'm just saying. Is it shooters?
We got what's it called? Gotham City Imposters. They do that. They have gliders. They got the skates where you can ramp up things.
Okay, do they do it well?
They do it decently, I guess.
Okay, now it's my turn. I am actually not a big fan of the real-time strategy genre.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
I don't really like those kinds of games at all. I find them a bit too slow and too
Boring.
boring. Yeah, but I thought about how I would spice it up. What I would probably do is I would probably make it a little easier to manage all the people and probably make it a bit more small scale.
Man, instead of like you have to like
Instead of
move
managing
mouse.
huge nations, I'd like just rather a small unit of soldiers
Good game.
or a unit of soldiers. Anyway, that was my 2 cents.
A crew.
Next question. Name a game that you really, really loved back in the day, but that you go to replay it, and you find it's kind of boring now.
Shaq Fu.
That game
I
was
was-
never good.
I
You
played
like
that, but I was a little kid, and
That
I
game
was
was
like,
never good.
I liked that game when I was a little kid. I liked the
Yeah,
character.
we bought that game out.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Dylan has just gone on record to say that at one point in time he liked Shaq Fu.
You know,
Oh, Brandon.
saying that.
so like, what's the time gap? Like, how long? How far back does that have to be?
Let's go at least 3 years.
3 years. Okay,
3
I
years,
got
alright.
one. I got one. Fallout 3. The reason why is like after I've done everything.
The changes in New Vegas.
Well, no. After I beat everything in Fallout 3, I tried to play it again. Cause for some reason I feel like I'm in the Fallout mood. I play it, I get bored. It's like nothing to do. I mean, honestly, I wish they add more side missions, but that's just me. I just get bored really quick.
I have,
and go back
I
to
have
play it.
another one. Though.
I have one. Let me do mine first. Final Fantasy 13.
The original or 2?
The first one,
Was that really 3 years ago?
at least.
Yeah.
I mean, because I played through the first time, and I actually had a blast. I played through, had fun, but I played the second time, you really start to miss the things they added in the later stages of the game at the beginning. It's so boring. I cannot go through those 20 hours of bullshit again, just to get to the part where it opens up.
Damn.
I
can't do
have
that.
a more recent one though. Ultimate Spider-Man. It's not 3 years ago, but I just remember like being exhilarated, like going through the city or something. But,
3 years.
and no, it was way more
That's
than
way
3
more than
years.
3
No,
years.
no, it could be past 3 years.
Yeah, it's just.
Like I got
3 years or more.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
a very wide selection. of
And
things.
like just the fighting just seems so much better than it is now. I don't know.
I tried playing Spider-Man 2 again a couple years ago. I was not having fun.
I want to pick that game up.
The original Spider-Man
I
2.
saw it
the
at
time
GameStop
game.
for $9. So I'm just gonna.
It's a game,
I'm just gonna.
it's a
I mean,
buy it.
it's a good game. I couldn't get it back into it.
Yeah.
I never played it, so I don't really have like a appeal.
It's Ultimate Spider-Man before Ultimate Spider-Man was. It's the same similar kind of Ultimate Spider-Man.
I know,
Every
but
game is not for you.
like I saw it at GameStop for $9. So.
That's worth. I say that would be worth it.
Yeah.
I think I would have to say Mortal Kombat 3. Now that I'm thinking about it, like it's just so much slower. Like I prefer Mortal Kombat 2 over that, but still pretty exciting with the new characters, how they made them. Like when I remember it, but when I went back and played it, it was pretty lackluster. Really, the characters were kind of generic and everyone was basically the same. It just was kind of boring.
That makes sense. I accept that answer. I accept your answer. I'll allow it.
Not trying to impress you.
The next one is a yes or is a one or the other question. Do you prefer in shooters health bars or regenerative health?
Shooters, I want regenerative.
I like regenerative.
No, if you're asking for horror.
Well, yeah, it depends. What kind of
This
This
shooter.
is like a survival.
See, I actually prefer health bars in general.
I like health
Because
bars and boards.
I like managing my resources like that. I enjoy that.
I feel like if you need to get play the
But
game.
and also I also like that because it means that the designer has to actually do better at their job.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's true.
They'd be like.
So if you use a health bar, you have to be a better designer than doing regen. Because if you do regen, you can just say, oh, here's a wall you can hide behind for a little while, and regenerate your health. There's no real effort put into the showdown.
But now,
But if you use health bars, you have to think about everything you do.
now the fights are get more frantic as new shooting games come out. Like more and more enemies, more random fucking bullets flying everywhere.
See, I prefer health bars because it's a test of skill for the developer.
Well, you think for a developer, I'm thinking about my own fucking fun.
And if the developer's good enough, the health bar will be fun to play with still.
I don't know. I played Resistance and that shit get frustrating.
Did you play Half-Life 2?
Why would I play Half-Life 2?
I played Half-Life.
Because it's actually very, very fun, and they do health in a very good way.
It's okay.
It's not like an extreme shooter, is it?
Half-Life 2 is a first-person shooter.
No, it's not an
It's
extreme.
a shooter.
It's
But you have to
What
grab
the fuck?
the
I
It's
give it
very
an RPG kind of
No,
deal.
and you played Half-Life.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't. I used like
But you got
a
the gravity
gravity
gun.
gun. Yeah.
Oh,
so-
no, it's just fucking around with the gravity gun.
everyone has a gravity gun though. That was a Half-Life 2 edition, not from the original Half-Life though.
Oh, okay, no, I got you.
But yeah, they did health, and they did it away like if you get the amount of health you would get healed depending on how much health you had. Like if you had a lot, if you had like 20 health, you'd get healed more than if you had like 50 health.
But that works for that, but like for a war game, it'd be different. For that type of game, maybe it'll work better. I don't know, it's just...
Yeah, well, if it's a
Well,
game...
if you're going realism, the regen is not the way to go either.
Well,
I just like
well, if it's like a game where the enemies run up to you, yeah, health bar, that's fine. But if like they're just shooting at you from far away, taking cover, you don't really want a health bar because they're behind the corner regenerating health. And I'm behind the
Because
corner.
I like it because it makes me think. It makes me think about what I had to do with the shooter.
Yeah, but in Call of Duty, you don't need to think; you need to react.
And that's the problem I have with Call of Duty as a whole. I like thinking instead of reacting.
Yeah, it's all about reaction, and when you have regenerative health, you focus more on reactions than actual strategizing.
Yeah.
Because you can be sitting there thinking, "What am I going to do?" and then someone lobs a grenade right in your face. You're like,
Unless you're playing veteran, then you just be really fast.
"There you go."
Play veteran, then it's...
Oh, fuck regenerative health games in hard difficulty. Just fuck all of them. Fuck Uncharted on Crushing. Fuck Call of Duty in any hard difficulty.
It's,
Fuck it all.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
But you think about it. You think it would be any better with health bar?
No.
No,
That'd be
right?
terrible.
No.
worse.
Yeah. Hey, boy, you
No,
see
to be
yourself.
fair, I rage quit Resistance 3 playing on Superhuman.
Because
I
if you get
literally
shot-
rage quit.
Okay, regenerative health, you can stay there. Oh no, but if you have health bar, you got like 15 health bar.
But for
you
a,
have to get
for
up,
a health
run,
bar
boom,
game,
die.
the threshold is a little bit more generous, even on hard difficulties.
Which
For
one?
when you die in a health bar game.
But still, I mean, say
Like
Call
I
of
actually
Duty-
like Resistance 3.
Like, say Call of Duty, though. Don't change anything about the game. Just give it a health bar and you play it on the hardest mode. You be dead.
Well, that's because that game is designed around regenerative health.
But still.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
You mean enemies are in the game? They're gonna scream.
Well, if I throw a health, if you throw regenerative health in Half-Life, it'd be broken.
Yeah.
That's the reverse of the coin.
That'd be too easy.
You can't make that argument because they're designed around the other system.
Yeah, I guess.
So you can't really make that argument.
There are two different types of FPS. Half-Life.
Anyway,
What's the
I like
next
this
one?
conversation.
Yeah,
We had a good conversation here. Let's move on to another question.
Oh, okay.
I like this kind of move on though. I'm done with it though. I like it.
I like this conversation, but it's going on for too long.
Yeah.
What is your opinion of gaming journalism?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really know what journalism means in itself.
I like it. Yeah, well, I like it.
I like it.
I like it, but I hate the people that read it because all they expect when they like read like a gaming article or like a game review is the number and not the whole article as a whole.
I hate that mentality.
Okay,
No,
so it's
no.
like game reviewing and shit.
Yeah, game reviewing,
Oh,
game,
that?
game
okay.
reviewing, game previewing,
I like
news.
that.
all
Oh,
that.
I like
I
that
like it.
because
I
like
like it.
it'll like if I see a review, I want to see it, so
You
if the
read
game's
it,
worth it.
You read it and they actually get in depth and you.
Do
actually
you read it or
understand.
do you actually just look at the score and just go on?
I don't look at the score depending
I'm
on.
not gonna-
I'll read it, but depending on how much I care about the game itself.
Yeah.
Like if I'm really looking into that game, I'll read the whole thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I look at the scores, but I only read the reviews of the bad games.
It's funny.
I love to see them bash the shit out of it. But if it's a good game, it got like a 10. It's like, okay, you're just gonna tell me how
You're
good
You're just
it
gonna
is.
gush over it for an hour.
Yeah, it's like I don't feel like looking at it. But if it's a bad game, I love seeing. Like I'm a normal person. I love seeing people get fucked up, verbally or physically.
See, because I have mixed opinions of the gaming press as a whole. Like, I think the fact that we have so many games that get 8s, 9s, and 10s out of 10 is a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Think about it, like, that's not really possible, like, mathematically, to have that many games that are above average.
Why not? How come we can't just have a lot of them?
Because, by definition, that would raise the average.
Okay, so mathematics.
Mathematically, statistically, you can't have more than half the games that are above average. That's just
Okay.
not possible.
Well, it's okay. They're not talking mathematically. They have a set mathematical thing that's not supposed to change. There's average, which is 5. And then there's above average, and then there's great, excellent, perfect.
But you can't, by math alone, have more than half those games have 8s, 9s, and 10s out of 10.
Yeah, but they're not going by like math numbers. It's just like it could just be like letters. It'd be like A, B, C, D, E, F. Of course,
Like, I also disagree with a couple of views. I think Halo probably gets higher scores than it probably deserves, if I'm being sincerely honest.
that it deserves.
Yeah, I think it's an average game at best. If
Yeah,
I'm being,
I'm sure.
if I'm being perfectly honest, like I don't know why that's a not a very popular opinion, but
I don't like Halo.
Yeah, me neither.
and I think the same thing of Call of Duty. Kind of like Call of Duty is like an average at best.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Like
Like
no-
the first game, yeah, it was definitely.
That's one number 2.
Okay, when the first game's like Halo, the first game, okay, that changed some shit. That
Yeah.
changed some stuff. Okay, I give it that. It changed stuff.
I'll give yeah.
But, the second one changed nothing. And the third one definitely didn't change nothing.
Well, I think the second one had dual wielding.
Okay, so what?
But that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's been in several games before
Yeah,
Halo.
it's not the first
Yeah.
one.
Well, Halo 2 came out. Like 04 or so.
Yeah, but I mean, there've been shooting games like Doom and stuff way before.
For like Halo 2 and 3 to get high scores
Before it came out.
just because it's Halo.
Doom came out.
This
in
is-
90.
And let's be honest, that's pretty much the only reason I got
Yeah.
the high scores.
I call it the Grand Theft Auto effect. Because Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was a great game.
Oh yeah, it was.
Grand Theft Auto 4, and when people look back on it, it's
Yes,
actually like a joke
yes,
now.
I've heard this.
But it got a 10 out of 10 because it was Grand Theft Auto. It's not the best game. It's not the best out of the Grand Theft Autos. If you ask anyone, they'll probably all say San Andreas. I say Vice City, but San Andreas is fucking boss too. It's huge. But Grand Theft Auto 4, I mean, when the first mission is taking your fat fucking cousin bowling, it's not Grand Theft Auto.
No, it's actually taking them to the.
Oh, you
Dropping
take
them off.
the girlfriend bowling. I'm sorry. When you take your girlfriend bowling, come on, man.
What's your girlfriend at?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people agree now that GTA 4 got overinflated the scores.
Yes,
Definitely.
it's not that great of a game. I tried playing it how I played San Andreas by driving around really fast, and I blew past where I was supposed to be with the brakes on. I was going like 100 miles per hour. I get they want to be realistic, but I gotta get places. I gotta see people. I don't got time to be blowing past it 45 miles per
I
hour.
I
break, I
just
just run
remembered
into
the
walls.
controversy behind Uncharted 3. X-Play dared to give Uncharted 3 a 4 out of 5, and people were pissed.
I read Adam Sessler's review and it makes so much sense.
See, but that
It's
probably
like now,
never occurs to me.
I was like,
Grand Theft
dude,
Auto.
4 out of 5
I
is a
just run into
very
walls.
good score.
Game,
And you haven't even played the game yet, and
Yeah.
you're bitching.
yeah, game companies wish they wanted
It's
that.
probably-
Slow your roll, dude.
It's not a perfect game.
And no, it isn't. Uncharted 3 is kind of like the black sheep of the Uncharted franchise.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Well,
ahead of 1.
Well, that's the thing. That 5 is a perfect score. How many perfect games are out there besides Metal Gear Solid 4?
Well, that's subjective.
Well, no, I got 10 out of 10 all the way down. None really.
Yeah. But then, 5 isn't necessarily perfect. It's good enough that everyone should play it.
I got like a question though. You're saying Metal Gear Solid 4 was a perfect game, and I agree with you 100%. But your Metal Gear 5 probably won't.
No, Metal Gear Solid probably won't be the perfect game. Metal Gear Solid 4 is, and that's what counts.
Yeah. I mean, what else can they do?
I mean,
Nothing.
there's also the issue that many people are afraid that game journalism is a little biased.
Well, everything's
Of
biased.
course, everything you
Like, I mean,
Every social media.
biased more than the usual. This is my opinion thing. Like the fact that since IGN has so many Mass Effect 3 ads on the site, it might have more reason to give Mass Effect 3 a higher score.
Yeah.
And plus the fact that they had their own journalist, Jessica Chobot, in the game as a reporter.
That's the one that got punched?
No.
No, that was
Someone else.
everyone. No,
You
no one Mass
banger.
Effect 3 named Diana
Oh, you
Alex.
IGN has someone in their game from.
You can
Yeah,
have
someone from IGN was in Mass Effect 3 as
Yeah,
a
I
voter.
can see how
You
that
can
can make.
I
them
can
like
see
the
how
game
that
a
could
little
skew
better.
someone's opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't talk to their journalistic integrity because I've never actually been on their site for like 10 years or so.
Damn.
I look at IGN for the news.
Dylan's on there every day.
But you can imagine that would
Good
skew
news.
your
Yeah,
opinion
sure.
one way or the other.
I don't lie to live reviews.
A lot of people are afraid that since gaming journalists are mostly paid by game ads,
Yeah.
there will be some bias.
Well, the thing is, it's just the way it goes. If there's humans behind it, it will be biased.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes, and you can't do anything about it.
Especially for reviews.
It's not
Reviews is
natural.
subjective personal
Yeah,
opinion.
it's straight
It's
up.
not
is.
natural for humans to.
Yeah.
To just put your.
It's just, you can't.
but the
You
question-
can't not be biased.
The question isn't bias. The question is the advertising skewing the bias?
Yeah, it could be.
That's something I wanted to point out. I don't know how accurate it is the gaming press. I can't comment on it. I'm not in the gaming press, so I
Well-
can't really say anything.
But what I hate the most with like people that review games and shit is like ones that'll give it a high score but still won't say anything good about it because they don't necessarily like it, but they can't deny that it's a really good game, but they don't want to admit that their own personal feelings
Yeah.
for it.
Well, honestly, if you're gonna review it to someone that will explain it in both ways, it deserves this because.
Like it got a 9, but they won't talk about all the stuff that made it get a 9. They'll talk about all
I
the stuff
have-
that stopped it from being a 10.
Yeah.
I have 2 more complaints about criticisms, about reviews, but they're not real. I can't really blame the reviewers themselves for one of them. Like, for one, I wish reviews weren't out as soon as they are, because, you know, reviews are usually within a couple days of the game coming out.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they were put up maybe a couple months before after the game comes out, because people who are going to buy it are probably at that point are probably not going to be skewed by your reviews. Probably, I mean, the people who were unsure are probably going to wait until the consumer consensus comes out before they buy a game. But if the reviews were taking a couple months, they could actually, you know, talk more critically about a game, like what it did right, what it did wrong, what parts of the story were right, what part of the story were kind of shitty.
Because it's
Like-
just like fast passing.
No, with Mass Effect, a lot of the reviewers didn't have time to get to the ending before the reviews. They launched the reviews, and we all know what happened in Mass Effect 3's ending.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you about
But
that.
I
Even
still-
people who were not fans of the
But
franchise
I
know
still say
that.
everything before that was excellent.
But you can't deny that the ending did skew your opinion of the game.
Yeah.
It had to.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I wish they did. I wish they had reviews a little later, but that's more of a fault of the reviewer fan base than the reviewers
Yeah.
themselves.
They just want the reviews right away.
Yes.
So you know if you should buy it or not. I get it.
But people who were going to buy it at the time are not going to be swayed by reviews anyway.
That's true.
They're just looking for them to confirm their own. Oh yes, I am worthy. The game is worthy of my liking.
Worthy of my attention.
Because I guess
What
there's a
little
little
bit
nagging
I
doubt
can
back in their mind they're not having as much fun as they think they're having. I guess I don't know.
I don't care.
That's something that tends to bother me about the game reviewers. I don't even remember the other thing now. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, I only have I think one more question.
Alright.
What are your thoughts on gaming conventions like E3 and
Dude, they're absolutely fucking necessary. They're necessary. You gotta bring us together somehow.
And there's one problem actually.
What?
It's just they're only in like very selective
They're
places.
so far away from
Yeah.
like people like
That's
us.
a problem.
Like they think like every
Well,
video
are
gamer
they
lives
even
in
for us
California or
anymore?
something.
Huh?
Yeah, are they even for us, the gaming consumers, anymore?
That's true. They're just for the people to show off their new
Are
stuff.
they for the gaming? Are they even for the gaming press anymore?
I mean,
are they
going
just
there
for?
is still fun. Like you play
Are
the
they
games.
for tech experts? Are they for the gaming press? What are they? Who's the target audience for E3 anymore?
Well, target audience is, I still think it's the viewers, really. That for the developers to show off their new shit, because no matter how much they don't cater to us, they still need us to keep them afloat.
But then why introduce more Kinect stuff from Microsoft's press
That's
conference?
just,
right.
let's ignore Microsoft. They don't know what they're doing. But if you
Why
look at everyone else,
put more boring ass shooters in EA's.
this is how they
profile.
do. That's what EA does.
I
That's
mean, they're showing off games at least.
EA's
like
not
good
very
tech.
creative.
Why show off Wonderbook?
That's just another stupid decision.
Yeah, very.
But they got so many other booths too.
Why wouldn't you specify more stuff about what the Wii U is going to do? Why was Nintendo's conference so shitty?
Okay, you're asking a lot of questions that I don't have answers to.
Friend, there's so much other things at E3
There's
except those
so
three.
many. See,
But those are the main attractions.
Well, those are just the conferences, not the games.
yeah, people.
The games, they took out so many other
They
game
go
booths.
there and people can play these games that won't be out for maybe like a year.
I mean,
or
I'm
so.
sure if I was there, I'd probably be enjoying myself.
Oh fuck yes.
You'd probably be hanging out at Square Enix.
I'd probably be overloading. I'd probably be at the Hitman booth just playing the demo.
It's just a problem. It's only like maybe I don't even think they do it in New York that much.
For us to get there, we'd have to book a flight to California, pay like $1,000 a night for an expensive ass hotel because it's in California for like 2 or 3 days. That's $3,000 plus like a $300 plane ticket just to go to some convention for 2 or 3 days. Where if we're lucky, we'll stand in line to watch people play a game before they shut it down.
Well, if you're lucky, my articles will make me a part of the gaming press eventually, and I'll just be able to get a pass
You
to
get a
E3.
And then could all 4 of us get a pass?
Well, I could just sneak you in.
Like that would
But yeah, that's like
If it ever happens, and that's a big if.
That's the only problem with the gaming like conventions. They're just so selective.
Yeah, like they think every
That's so
gamer lives in
inconvenient.
California or
It's
something.
definitely inconvenient. They should put it in the middle of the state, where everyone's got to come in for it,
Yeah, maybe like St. Louis or somewhere like that.
or something.
That's like
Well, technically, if it's in the middle, still not everyone's gonna have to go there.
But everyone will have
Well,
to.
there is PAX, and they have one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. They have 2 PAXs per year.
Okay, but they have what? And one in California,
Yeah, one on
and
the
one in New York.
Yeah, that's still broader than what E3 does.
E3 is just in
That's
California.
what I was talking about. I was talking about E3.
Yeah, E3 is just one place.
It's at one place all the time. We can't get there because we're broke.
It's just too far away. That's the problem. It's gotta be. I mean, as much money and like attention that they make, imagine just spreading out to like a
A
different
little
place.
bit, yeah.
You could just make
Of
more.
course, then you have to spend all the money getting the showroom floors,
But they make a lot.
and
It's
building the
true.
booths, and getting the demos ready.
Nah,
But
There's
I mean,
a lot of money that goes
No,
into
no, no,
E3.
no,
But
I
what
know.
else
But
are
you'll
they
get a lot
could
out
they
of
be doing
it.
different from what they're doing in California?
But you'll get a lot out of it in return.
I mean, because
People
E3
will
is
go.
mainly a press event.
People will go
It's where
to-
people. It's where the developers show off their new, or just like, yeah, their new shit basically.
New
Their stuff.
IPs.
Yeah. New IPs or sequels and stuff.
They're watchdogs.
They're watchdogs.
Dogs, they're Last of Us.
I'm not gonna lie. When I go to E3, I'm looking for sequels.
Yeah.
That's just what I do.
I'm looking for just interesting stuff.
Oh, I look for sequels. I'm looking for Dead Rising 3. I'm looking for Tekken 7 or Street Fighter. Or Tekken X Street Fighter. I like sequels.
It's like, and that's perfectly fine because without sequels, you wouldn't have
Like
the gaming industry. Period.
Yeah, I like sequels.
Because when I go to E3, I'm thinking both what makes good sequels. I'm looking for the sequels and stuff that I like too, but I'm also
Yeah.
looking for what is refreshing, what is new and exciting to me.
That's true.
And that's why I was so excited when they announced Watch Dogs. Like, oh my god, this is something I have never seen before. Show me more.
Show me more. The only games where I haven't actually played a new like major IP since like Dead Rising 1. The last one where I played it, I was like, I gotta get this, and every single game that comes out after it was Dead Rising 1.
You know, I don't really know what my last one was. Probably LA Noire.
Damn, wait, what?
That's not. Well, that's not exactly a new IP.
Yeah. Well, it was at the time.
Yeah.
But
I can't even remember the last one.
But do you think there's gonna be a LA Noire 2?
Doubt it.
I think they'll keep the same flow, but
The problem wasn't with the game itself; it was with the circumstances surrounding its creation. I don't even want LA Noire 2. I want them to do something different with that kind of.
Yeah, same thing, but
gameplay.
different areas, different tempo.
Grand Theft Auto.
No,
just like a different city.
a different city, different sort of a different story, a better story. Because if you think about it,
most lamest death.
LA Noire story was actually pretty shitty. If you really think about it.
Yeah. It was a crappy death.
The bare bones is just some.
Goodbye. Oh no, water.
Like put the bare bones.
I get that
just
would kill any man.
What?
The way he died was still. It's not.
I-
It's totally
I-
It's not just that scene though. It's the fact that he had an affair at all. Like that made no sense to me.
Nah.
Wait, did the main character?
She didn't even look that good either.
Get hit by water.
Yeah. In the tunnel, he saved his
The tunnel was flooding.
His German love interest.
Yeah,
He saved
the
he
whore.
hated this hooker.
Yeah.
He saved the hooker and got killed. in
And she
water.
didn't look that good either. Let's be
I
perfectly
don't know.
honest.
Well, yeah, man, it's back in what the 1940s.
Late 40s though. I don't know. I never beat.
Maybe
it.
that was what they thought was sexy back
Looks
then.
like this to his wife.
Was his wife hotter?
I didn't think she was.
Maybe he just
He
likes
did
variety.
have a
I
wife.
don't know.
Yeah, that was the best part. Like he had been established as
That's
far
the
as being
reason
a
why
loving
she-
husband.
Yeah, he was like a
And
loving
then
husband
he
who
just
loved
does
his family.
this shit for no reason.
It's like, why?
It's like, why did you do
I
it?
could never really relate to.
I honestly,
Anyway, I
honestly,
never
when they
felt like
did
yeah.
that scene when they said, "Oh yeah, you slept with a German whore," I didn't believe it. I thought they were like just trying to get him out, making stuff up.
Yeah, but it was.
And then later on, like, oh no, he actually did do that. Like, what the fuck were you thinking,
he walked
dude?
to her house.
No hot
It's like,
coffee.
I didn't believe it.
No hot coffee, so you can actually see it up front.
That actually pissed me off when I saw that when I went that.
Because they
that
never
part
explained it too. It just came out of nowhere.
Damn.
I mean, like, especially since he's supposed to be some loving family man.
This is why from game conventions to why I hate LA Noire.
Yeah, it did.
I never beat that game, so I got too bored of
It
it.
looked boring.
It ended with a flamethrower. Like the character you're playing takes a flamethrower and burns everyone in the shooting gallery, which does not make sense for LA Noire at all. Since it's a mystery detective game,
That happened?
that's a thing that happened.
Oh, that's a real.
I'm not even.
I thought that was a metaphor.
I'm not even making that up.
I'm
You-
like, oh, okay.
You literally took a flamethrower and you start burning things.
Are you serious?
There's-
I'm not even
They
kidding.
had flamethrowers?
I thought it was like a metaphor too. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's pretty legit.
It's not even a comparison. They literally did that
Why?
Here's a
Why?
flint
in the finale.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
in the finale of
I don't-
Eleanor.
Yes, the finale of LA Noire has the character you're playing as take a flamethrower, strap it on his back, and start burning people.
Just random people.
No, their gangs are trying to kill him.
Oh.
But it's like this is a what is going on in this detective game?
It's by Rockstar, right?
That's why
It was produced by Rockstar.
Well, they're like, okay, in order for us to produce this, we've got to have some Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Actually,
Flamethrower.
Not a whole lot,
that
but
was
just
the creative
some.
director's decision, not Rockstar's. Rockstar was just finally letting them do their own thing.
Oh, that was a joke.
And they were overworked.
But yeah, that was.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
I was like,
They were,
what
right,
the
Brandon?
hell
Was
is
they
going
overworked,
on?
Brandon?
Oh yes, I remember that. That's those whole stories. That was sad. I was kind of bummed out that I supported that kind of business by buying the game after that.
They're like overworked and didn't even get paid for it.
People didn't even get into the credits. Some people.
Damn, I'm pissed.
If they got fired,
I
then
would
their
be
names
pissed.
were
People
stricken
don't-
from credits.
People don't watch the credits. At least have our names in there for us to watch it. They have our friends like, oh, there's my name. There's my name. Okay, it's gone.
It's like, wait, lead designer. What?
I'm the lead designer.
No, EA is.
What? Yeah, the designer EA. They don't even do anything.
Yeah.
It's just the name.
Well, because of one dick who had to have his way.
Damn Australians.
So I think that's it for our questions.
Alrighty.
Does anyone have anything else they want to talk about before we close? Don't all speak at once.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Slender.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, Slender.
Slender.
Oh yeah, the Slender Man video game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Weird.
It's like an indie game, and I I don't know, like it's supposedly like.
What the fuck?
Just carry on.
What?
It's,
Shit.
it's like a horror game, but
It is.
it's supposedly like one of the best horror games of all time. And because you're just completely defenseless in every way.
Because it's Slender Man.
Yeah, because you can't. What are you gonna do against Slenderman, really?
Don't fight Slenderman.
And I'm going to assume everyone here knows what
What
Slender
do I
Man
do against
means.
the Slenderman?
Slender, you
I'm
want
going to
me
assume that the audience here knows what the Slender
I
Man
say,
means.
would you like me
If
to
not, look it
describe
up.
who Slenderman is?
Break down those.
If not, look it up.
Slenderman?
Slenderman.
What do you keep calling Slenderman for?
It
It's
is
the last
Slenderman.
name, George Slenderman.
Hello.
Slender Man.
Have you found my
It's-
notes?
it's-
Yeah, I'm explaining it anyway.
He is the
Slenderman
Slenderman.
is a recent meme. Well, what do you consider?
He's not a meme. He's an urban.
It's on
legend.
meme base, so
It is a
technically
meme. It is,
Yeah, but
it has become a meme.
But he is now it's a meme.
He's
But
not-
he
he's
started as an urban legend.
He's an urban legend where. What was it? What is the year that it happened? No, first,
I don't
like,
know.
Look it up.
No, it came out like around the 40s when the Men in Black were. They thought Slenderman were Slenderman, and they like the myth started becoming Men in Black because they're tall and in suits and just watching people
Yeah.
Just come on.
And then like
and shit. Yeah.
there's like
Interesting.
points of like where kids, like little kids, were disappearing.
They say they watch
And they're-
kids play. They have like these weird pictures of how they're like real tall watching them play.
Reminds me of Candlejack.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know the Candlejack meme?
No, actually, I don't want you to explain this.
Yeah.
Just don't explain.
I don't want nightmares.
Yes, guys, I'm a pussy. Don't explain this shit.
Let's just not talk about
Just please,
Jeff the
please,
Killer.
just shut up.
Okay.
I'm actually getting a little like scared
Just don't,
because the old
just
Slender
don't
Jet.
explain
Slenderman.
it. Just don't.
So he's
Well,
like
you-
freaky.
You wouldn't have anything
Slender
about it.
Jack.
It's only little kids. Like little kids.
No, it's just freaky that to think about. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Okay,
Scary.
let's just move on.
It's dark out.
Yeah,
There's
well, let's
nothing
just
else
get
to
back
talk
to the
about.
Slenderman game itself.
You're the one that didn't finish.
Yeah, I know, but he was like assuming and I was explaining who it was. It's like you're completely defenseless. You have a stamina bar, so you can't even run forever. You have a flashlight, that is your only means of light, and you have to collect 8 notes. But no one has collected 8 notes yet.
Without being slendered to death.
Yeah.
No one has beaten the game yet, and which is odd because it's been out for like a week now.
Yeah, you expect someone, but no.
Someone,
The
That-
game
so that says
tests your
something.
curiosity. If you look behind you, you're dead.
Oh, right. I forgot something. Remember the Peter Molyneux game that you were talking about, the one with the $78,000 shovel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That game is called Curiosity.
Oh, that's funny.
I want to
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
Bye.
What the fuck? What do you think is in that box that's supposedly so
$10
worth
Game
it?
Boy.
A golden shovel. Buy the golden shovel to get another golden shovel. To shovel your way out.
$10 gift
To
card.
shovel your way out of the hole of debt.
A
you put
$10
yourself
gift
in.
card to Barnes & Noble.
$10 gift
No, I think it's just gonna be a trailer for his next project. Truth be told, that's what I think it's gonna
So you
be.
pay
$78,000
$75,000
to watch
just
the
to
trailer.
buy.
No, people would freak out over Peter Molyneux's project because that's the kind of people Fable fans are.
$75,000 for a trailer that would be on the internet.
Wow.
That would be on the internet. Leaked.
Leaked.
But yeah, that's what I think. That's what it's probably going to be if I had to guess. It's just going to be a trailer for his next project.
Better be a fucking demo
Shovel
for his
to
next project.
I know, right?
Shovel versus that.
Better be a demo.
It better be the full fucking game.
Have you ever tried to dig a hole with an axe?
No.
Come on.
Maybe like.
Go outside and dig a hole with an
Just
axe.
whistle while you work.
Yes. You be out there all day.
Yeah, it should be a
The
straight
same
line.
It'll be a
in that-
straight line down.
Yeah. It wouldn't even, because he won't be able to,
Yeah,
because sooner or later he just wouldn't be able
Yeah,
to
eventually
go
you wouldn't be
down.
able to reach. You'd be like swinging and hitting air and then
Yeah.
like falling inside.
It just, the slides would just get wider and wider.
You'd look,
Yeah.
you'd look ridiculous.
Yeah.
It
So,
makes me wonder, how do
Anyone
we
here
think
going to be digging for the cube, trying to find out what's in it? Because I'm not.
I'm not.
And you going to pay for the $78,000 shovel?
Someone can pay me.
I'm going to do not.
Pay you to just get it for them.
Pay me to get it.
I know for a fact someone's going to. I know this for a fact.
Has no one bought it yet?
The game's not out yet,
Oh,
but
Someone
I know for a fact once it's out, someone will pay for that shovel.
no, I feel sorry.
Because rich people do shit like that.
But $78,000 to rich people is nothing.
It's chump change. It's not even chump change. It's just like.
That's the kind of stuff you find in trash cans.
I mean, to us, that's a new car.
Yeah.
To them, that's a new outfit.
Well, to me, that's video games for life.
This is
Yeah.
that's a down payment for a house.
Yeah,
For me,
down
that's
payment
video
for a
games for life. And then some.
And And college.
That's what I'd be.
Oh, and
I wanna-
college. Oh, fuck yes,
And
college.
That would help you out a lot.
Let's not get into college.
That would pay for my
That would
college.
pay for my college.
For my rest of my.
That'd pay for his
career.
college
Look,
and
look,
my college.
that would pay for our colleges, and someone's gonna blow that on a golden virtual
I know,
fucking
right?
shovel.
Yeah.
The education of Fort Mines.
Is
You
that
know,
right?
because rich people, they don't have any real issues.
They read about a
They
virtual
don't got
shovel.
no real issues.
I mean, I guess their horses and their mansions do need cleaning.
They read about a virtual shovel.
That's
to
why
help
they
us.
hire poor people like us to do.
So they rather buy a virtual
For
shovel.
They've
minimum
been outside
wage.
digging
Yeah,
a
right.
hole in
For
their
minimum
house.
wage.
It's like, come give us $78,000 to help put us through college.
No, Ben, spend 8 hours digging with a pickaxe for
Yeah.
minimum wage.
See, senor.
Senor.
It's not working.
Racist.
It's just lying.
Keep digging.
I didn't tell you to stop, bitch.
Senor.
10-minute break? That's money down the drain.
That's a
Money
sign
that I
that
have. That you can't have.
Money that I love, but I'm not.
And before we get any more racist,
Oh
Yeah.
god, we are out of control.
do we have anything else to say before we got into this episode?
I kind of do.
Then say it.
Okay. Am I in a rush?
No. I just must get rid of this racism.
Oh, okay. Well, I follow fighting game news, and Tekken Tag 2 announced 4 new characters. Tiger Jackson, who fights like Eddie Gordo, and I guess the new gamers knows Christy. Alex the Dinosaur fights like Roger, but kind of. What else was it? Force Law and
Prototype Jack.
Prototype Jack. They're all essentially like
Breed.
reskins with like 1, 2, maybe 3 new attacks, but these 4 characters were heavily asked for by the community. Heavily asked for, like they were like the most asked for characters, and now that they've been announced, everyone is doing nothing but complaining about them. I
Why?
was like, what is going on here? I shit myself when I saw Alex, and when everyone saw it, they fought like more or less like, you know, copy and paste. They're starting to complain, and I would get it. I would understand if it weren't for the fact that when they were first introduced into the game,
They're just copies.
they were copy and paste already. Like they were introduced as reskins or costumes.
Or just
So for them to get mad over this again, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand my community anymore.
I mean, and to be fair, at least with Jack, you don't have to have Daxter, or else it just doesn't make sense.
I just they get what they asked for, and they're still unsatisfied. So
It's game community now.
And
Yeah.
Alex, she's in Half-Life. Why is she in? Why is she in this game?
but yeah, that's just what's happening.
Discussion derailed.
That's it for me.
All right, Ben, do you have anything you want to add to our news reports?
That'd be something worth it.
Yeah, actually.
Since it's been 5 minutes being racist.
Alright.
Well, no, it's for the Walking Dead game because they were actually going to release an episode every month. Oh, no.
Doesn't the next one come out August?
Yeah, the next one comes out in August, so it's like every other month now.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of gay, but.
That's
Like,
kind
it
of
was
gay.
worth it.
So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm kind of mad, but I mean, it doesn't affect me because it's only $5. But like, if they promise to release it every month, just release it. And the game is only at
That
least.
reminds me of Half-Life 2 and its episodes.
The only game is like at least 2
Yeah,
to
but
3
except for
hours
this one's
long.
more every other month.
We're
than
still
Half-Life.
waiting for episode 3, by the way.
How many years ago was that? 6?
Damn.
They're still waiting for episode 3.
Never come
And I
back.
It'll
think
never
with-
come out.
I think with that, we can officially wrap up ZombieKast
Yeah.
Phase 5. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.